to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is, first off, the last standing Samoan, Big Rig, Nick Utam.
Oh, there you go, dead naming me again.
Oh, wait, you're still Big Rig. You're still Big Rig. I didn't say the Samoan whatever. There's no
He's
Samoans
the Samoan
in this
Sizzler.
shit.
He's the Bombay Bad Boy. He's Big Rig.
Yeah.
I think that's all of them.
I have multiple identities, I guess. That's how I identify, whatever. But anyways, I'm glad to be here on a wonderful Thursday night. A lot to talk about, a lot of fun stuff. I took the hit and went to go see Red 1, unfortunately, and I get to talk about it. So that's going to happen. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, my friend.
Listen, you sacrificed a lot. It's time for me to lay down, and take some hits. So that's what I did.
Folks, if you want to know the secret of WCBS, that's it right there. We're real life friends. I didn't just go, hey, guy on the internet, come on my channel, let's talk. No. Nick and I worked a con. We've been in the trenches together. God, that was a decade ago, Nick.
Kind of how I got here.
Yep, it is.
No, yours was better. You were a listener that was like, hey, I want to be a patron. I'm a patron. Can I come on? And I was like, that guy was awesome. You want to come back on? And now here we go.
I did my homework.
You did your homework. So, folks, welcome American Ramrod coach Kendo Slice.
Glad to be here. Proud dad moment, if I may do so. So for about 2 weeks, my son turned into a massive tyrant, and baby OJ demanded the Jolly Bee song be played in the car whenever we were in the car. That was fine. After about 2 days, it started really great on me. And then the other day, it sounded like he was singing the Ninja Turtles song while we were sitting around the house, which I don't know how he would really – well, okay, never mind. I do know how he probably would have heard that a time or two. So I played it, and now whenever we get in the car, he demands Turtles. And so for the last couple of days, I've had to listen to the Ninja Turtles theme song from the cartoon show in 1987 about 50 times a day. And I'm not that upset about it. It'd be like, hey, you're going to have to sit down and listen to Danger Zone over and over. Like, oh, okay.
Dude, that is a proud dad moment because your kid has good taste. You're setting him up right. The next generation is safe, folks. Don't worry about the future. Kendo's taking care of it. Now, we have a show to take care of for you guys. So tonight, let's talk about that and a whole lot more. First off, folks, I've been getting a lot of emails about My Life in Toys. I'm glad you like it. I just got the go-ahead from the biggest toy store in the area. We're going to be going out there next, I guess it's the holiday. I'll try to get there on Tuesday, but I got something planned special for this week. It's a little longer. I might have to even break it into 2 parts for My Life in Toys, but check it out. It's something that's no longer going to be around. When this video series is alive and well, this location is going to be no more. So you're going to want to check it out. It's a lot like our Toys R Us videos. People go back and look at those as a reminder of the past. Well, this place, this video, this is going to be a special one. So check that out this Saturday morning. But if you haven't checked out our store from last week, we went to Make Sense out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They gave me this bitchin' card with Pac-Man. Every time you spend $10, you get a punch. But that is a video that you can check out on the channel right now. In terms of the channel, though, updates, we will be live on Tuesday with the High Council, so join me on Tuesday night for another rousing episode where Script, Andrew, and myself get into anything, really, and we'll have some awesome guests as well. But I'm sorry to tell you, folks, after you eat your turkey and you have your pie and you watch your football, there's not going to be a WCBS episode because we have families. So next week is Thanksgiving. Eat, drink, be merry. Watch an old episode. We'll be back the following week with more. I guess that'll be December, so it'll be finally Christmas season, so you can join us for that. But other than that, folks, it's time to start today's show. I have mentioned it on the podcast, on the other episode proper, that Stealing Solo 2 is in production. The first act is completely written, mapped out. I could draw the pages tomorrow if I wanted to, and the first act's roughly 20 pages. So again, it's another graphic novel from me. I don't do comic books. I don't do little floppies. You don't put a staple in our book. They have to be perfect bound because, well, perfect books. But check it out next year around tax time. If you backed Wokebusters, Wokebusters is at the printer. As soon as I get the physical proofs, I'll be sharing those with you all over social media. Everything's going great, and then the books are going to be shipped out directly to you. And if you missed out on the Kickstarter and you're like, damn it, I really want the greatest graphic novel of all time, I have some good news. I have done the numbers. I had not run the numbers, but I've done the numbers, and we will have a limited supply available on the website next year. So in 2025, if you're like, God, I got to read Wokebusters, well, you go to wokebusterscomic.com, and you'll be able to get a limited copy of one of the 4 remaining covers. So without any further ado, let's start tonight's show. We don't have a word of the day yet. I guess Shrubblezoid isn't in. So
It's probably sick because it's going around. So
okay, Kendo, since you had a proud dad moment, what's our word of the day? Okay, what can you say on the channel? What should our word of the day be?
Cankle. I was saying
Okay,
cankle. Like how Stella got her cankles back.
Stop or my cankles will shoot.
Yeah. In honor of Hillary Clinton, let's do cankle.
Oh my dude, she did have huge. Oh my god, yeah, it was just all down.
Listen, after that loss, she had to binge on Ben and Jerry's, so it happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie dough ice cream makes me feel better too. It's just like it's like magic. It's the texture. So let's see. Hot tub cankle machine.
Fistful of cankle.
All of these titles are BBW videos. That's all they are.
That's probably true.
Fine, cankles all the way.
Yeah. Sisterhood of the traveling cankles.
God.
How I learned to stop worrying and love the cankles.
For a few cankles more.
Listen to this one. The never-ending cankle.
Oh God. No country for old cankles.
Yeah.
Or no cankles for old men.
There will be cankles.
There will be cankles.
Cankles go west.
Cankles east.
Oh, we have Saturday Night Cankles in the chat. The last of the Cankles.
God.
The divine cankles of the Yaya sisterhood.
They are divine.
They're just huffing and puffing, trying to get to the car. Oh my God! Why is it so far away? Oh Jesus!
Cankle Act 2, back in the habit.
Back
Better
in
than Sister Act 3, back to the Cankles.
Back to the cankles.
The cankle strikes back.
Oh,
You
God.
know, I'd love to do Beverly Hills Cankles, but if you have Cankles and you live in Beverly Hills, you either get plastic surgery or they kick you out. So there's no Cankles allowed in Beverly Hills.
They have their own parameters and city ordinances that they enforce very, very heavily out there. It's kind of like North Korea,
Yeah. 12 angry cankles.
12.
So 6 pissed off women got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Cankles. Cankle power. That's what you
Cankle
should
power.
sing.
Oh my God! There has to be pizza in that version for sure.
Oh, that's how you get the Cankles. Too much pizza, Nick. So,
There you go.
That'll do it.
So, folks, send us your Cankles all night long to WCBS. We'll be on Twitter. You can follow us there. You can send your Cankle titles. You know what I'd love for the audience to do? We have a lot of people out there that listen, a lot of wonderful people, a lot of talented people. If you guys could make us some Cankle movie posters on Twitter, we will share them. If you make us like word of the day movie posters, we will share that on the show every single week. We will reward you guys for putting in the time and the effort. Hell, I might even send you a free gift in the mail. But tag us on Twitter at WorldClassBS, and then you can, I don't know,
Get your 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah, get them Cankles up there.
Yeah.
I don't think that would work with somebody with cankles. They can't get it, above a certain, height, or else they pass out.
Like mid-knee, is that it?
Mid-knee.
Here we go. Terrence and Phillip with Not Without My Cankles. There we go. It's a film inside of a film.
There you go.
I like it. It's meta.
Yeah. It's very good. It's very good.
Oh, so, folks, thank you for sending in your Cankle titles. We have Sojourgen here that says, Kim Kardashian bringing about Skynet with her purchase and photo shoots of the Tesla bot and possibly being robosexual. Wasn't on my 2024 bingo card.
Wait, she's banging robots now?
Yeah, there's a picture of her like riding in a car with a Tesla bot, but then again, it could be AI, it could be photoshopped. Who knows? There's a lot of things.
Tesla bots have dorks in their pants.
They can be installed if you buy the double black diamond package.
Are they made out of the same material? Like the Things, is his made out of orange rock?
Well,
oh man,
here we go. We now have.
I'm pretty sure he gets his from Adam and Eve.
So is it safe to say that Kim Kardashian is so unlikable that she can only find a robot to marry? Like, is that where we are?
Yeah, that's...
Here's the thing, though. Like, if she does it, everybody's going to be like, "Oh, that's such a bold move on her part. No man is good enough. She can't." Blah blah blah. If Nick does it, we call him sad and depraved.
Yeah,
It's a double standard that's just unfair.
Listen. Just because I have like 6 to 9 pre-ordered and waiting to go does not make me sad. Okay, I have things that have to get done around here.
you
Right?
got a harem of robots.
Not a harem, just enough to
A stable of robots. Got it.
We'll say a murder of robots. Just kind of like
you're gonna tire out before their batteries die, right? You're just gonna be like, "What have I done?"
Well, I was going to say, in Nick's defense, personally, as somebody that is married, I can understand that. And so he would never get shamed if he's like, "No, I chose to marry a robot." I'd be like, "Well, does it talk back? Does it give you shit? Does it ask you to do things you don't want to do at the worst possible time? Does it make spa appointments on Sunday morning when the Chiefs have a 10 o'clock kickoff?" No? Okay. I can understand your point.
It has an off switch, and I can use an app phone to control it.
There you go. See, so I understand.
See a problem with this.
Off switch sold me. Sometimes you just gotta mute that shit.
Yeah. And I'm sure I can tinker with it and find some other ways to make it better or have more control, whatever.
Well, this reminds me of the whole Sam Smith thing. Now that she's going to be partnered with a robot, he's like, what is he, solo whatever now? He's self-partnered. All these people have, yeah, whatever the fuck you're saying.
No, wasn't that Hermione who did that shit? Who like self-partnered?
Yeah, I think so. But, which again, the celebrity does it, and everybody's all like, "Oh, that's it's 2024, we can't judge." But Nick does it, and we all judge him.
Nick is a celebrity. He's in multiple graphic novels.
That's
he saved
true.
the fucking world.
You are officially stunning and brave, my friend. Okay, we will still make fun of you, but we.
I mean, you guys are my friends. What else would I have? I mean, come the fuck on,
I mean, again, that's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Rip on each other and make fun of each other for.
Now, in that car behind Kim Kardashian, which Daft Punk character is that? Is that I forget. Which one is it?
I think it's one of the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, Davu.
Davu. Oh God.
Dude, I haven't listened to a Black Eyed Peas song since like 2005. By choice.
Yeah, I think they were just they were like the hey, what is it, like Guess Who's Playing Now or whatever those compilation CDs were, like.
Oh yeah, now, yep.
Yeah, they were the apex of that. Like that's exactly how all their songs were. Like they were just clean and just kitschy, and that's it.
They did have that one song that was in Harold and Kumar that they had to change the lyrics to get it on.
Oh yeah, let's get it started.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly what it said, Kendo.
Yes, it was only ever let's get it started.
The fact that that's a song makes me laugh so much. Like every once in a while, I'll put that on and just chuckle.
Dude, the fact that I thought that was a parody song in Harold and Kumar and didn't realize that was actually the original version of that song for like 3 years. And then I was just like, I wonder why they had to change that. That'd be probably pretty hard to get radio play with a song saying that. And, and that was in 2007 or 8 before we got super sensitive.
Dude, that song's like from 04 actually. Because then they had Don't Funk With My Heart. And then, the Black Eyed Peas. Once they had that song, what is it? Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night. I was gonna choke somebody. I hate that fucking song.
That song was terrible. God. And then they did the Super Bowl halftime show. That was a disaster, and their careers went.
Yeah, it's weird. After the halftime show, like this, they just went into exile and they broke up, and nobody heard from them ever again. And Fergie kind of popped up here and there whenever she had a new facelift or injected herself with like more Botox.
She did that national anthem at the basketball.
Oh yes,
that was pretty much it for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used to play that on the show, remember?
We did. That was good times. When Fergie.
You know what? There you go, Jeff. Next time you think, we need a new button, just get the Fergie, banner. Yeah.
We're gonna have a bunch of new buttons for December, and then I'm gonna start to roll them out weekly, so we keep it hot for everybody because you guys like the buttons.
Plus, it gets hot in the hot tub.
Yeah. Dr. Meatball, by the way, it's funny that you say that because my mom jokes that the guy in that band looks like my dad. So there you go. You're not off. TLJ Screwjob, thank you, says Red 1 was fun. LOL. Funny. Sorry. Was Red 1 LOL funny? No, but me plus stepdad liked it.
I mean, if it's one of those things that you didn't see it like on that weekend and paid it like an enormous price to go see it, that's fine. I mean, it was okay. But like, there were just some things in the dialogue and the way they did stuff. I was like, this didn't make sense. That didn't make sense. And then like, apparently, I think it was over 2 hours long as well. And it was just like, why is it this long? Why is this not shorter?
Because The Rock has to bait on film.
You are not wrong at all. It was just him baiting. And like, here's a really funny thing as well. There's no backstory for his character at all. There is nothing. All you know is that he's as old as Santa, and apparently he's not human. We don't know what he is. We don't know anything else about him. That's it. Like apparently he's like 800 years old, and it's been Santa's security guard for 800 years, some shit like that. And
well, he looks really good for 800.
No, he really does. Like he really does. No,
better than Yoda did at 900.
Yeah, Yoda looked pretty good for 900.
Yeah, but like that's all you know. There's no like backstory, how he got hired, how he got the job. You know, like what sort of magical entity is he or anything like that. It's just he's the security guard, and like that's it. You know, and it's just like okay, we're missing some like there's more backstory on Chris Evans' character than there is on fucking Rock.
Well, we'll get into the whole segment in a moment. Go ahead, Kendo.
I was going to say, to be fair, Santa Claus is a Eurocentric creation. The Rock is not. And even as jacked as he is on his totally clean, not any type of performance-enhancing drug diet plan that he is on, probably would still stick out in Europe 900 years ago. And, you know.
Well,
they told me they would have shot me or killed me in Europe because they thought I was a giant and I would have scared the people of Spain. So
probably
that's something you tell a kid when you go to Spain.
Oh, jeez. Well, I know for the longest time, Santa Claus's outfit was green. Do you know why it turned red?
Because he killed an elf?
Because Christmas comes during that time of the month?
No, It's because of the wonderful Coca-Cola Company. They turned Santa Claus red, so because
I thought this was a Red One movie reference.
No. Sorry, it was just a random piece of trivia that I know because I've been to the Coca-Cola Museum countless times. But apparently, it's because Coca-Cola was a summer drink, and they wanted to make it a year-round drink, so they made Santa Claus's outfit red from like the 20s on.
That's great. Well, next month's Christmas, so that fat bastard can get back in the closet for right now. This is shoving turkeys up your ass season if you're, beat.
Oh, we should have had Pete on to explain the history of. Well, no, our audience does not need to hear that.
That's what we. You know what? That's what we could do for our Thanksgiving episode. We could sit down over the weekend and record Pete talking about shoving turkeys up his ass. For 30
I don't
minutes
want
and then put that
people
out.
to leave the channel. We're this close to 200K. Turkey enemas are not going to get people hooked.
Folks, if you want to learn about that, go to Wrestling with Horror and then just send Pete a bunch of messages about how he shoves turkeys up his ass, and you'll get it there.
Our Fred Xavier to God says the TMNT 87 has the iconic theme song, but the 03 show is better. I don't disagree.
The 03 show, really?
That's a good one.
Okay.
It's like the comic book.
Okay.
Yes. As somebody that has gone back and has been rewatching old Turtles episodes of various things, because I now have a 2.5-year-old tyrant that is now obsessed with Turtles as well. I don't know where he gets this from. YouTube will have like the Nickelodeon channel that has a Turtles channel, and they have like free episodes, like 4 or 5, and most of them are like the 03 ones. Those are actually not that bad. I was like, maybe I should bounce on the old Paramount Plus over Thanksgiving break and binge a season of that and just see what it's like, because I like it. Probably going to stop there because I don't think I will watch Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I won't watch any Ninja Turtles shows anymore. Not because I hate the Ninja Turtles, just I'll play the video games. I'll read the comic books.
Oh, they came out with a new Turtles game. It's Splinters, Shredder something, or Splinter something, or I don't know. I'm gonna probably buy it this week and then play it on Switch.
I'm looking forward to that Power Rangers beat 'em up. They finally made a side scroller like the old Konami ones, and according to early reviews, it's good. It's 5 players at once. So
okay,
dibs on the Red Ranger.
I want it to be blue.
I'll take the black guy. It's fine.
I'm glad we just ignore. I don't want to be the girls. We're like, no, I don't care what color I want to be a chick. But the yellow one's a boy in Japan. This is America, where it's Trini. I don't want to be Trini. All right.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. She's been dead for a while.
Yep, she died around 9/11.
Right before the towers were still up when she died, so she'll never know a different fate.
I don't know what to say to that.
I heard a joke about that today that made me cry laughing. It was a guy who
About
said
the Yellow Power Ranger dying.
no about 9/11. There was an Indian guy on stage saying like, do you think the terrorists got to the airport like early? Because this was pre 9/11 before things went to shit in the TSA. Like, do you think they got to the airport early?
Man, they showed up like 30
right
minutes
on.
before, and they just let him go right through. Like, you go, sir. We don't want to be considered being racially profiling of you.
Well, I mean, this was you know the morning of. I don't think they cared too much. Like, all right, fine, take your box cutter on. It's okay.
Hey, what's gonna happen? No.
What's gonna happen? It's a box cutter.
What's the worst that could happen? It's a beautiful day out. You could see for miles.
Overkill 161, thank you. The robot revolution will be a response to constant exposure to Kim Kardashian's cooch. Button number 69, please. Okay, before I press it, that's gonna melt the plastic. Like,
That's
the
gonna
metal's
melt the plastic.
Like,
To be fair, a lot of people have been exposed to that, though.
one of these dudes, like Reggie Bush, said it stunk. Like, literally said that publicly. So I'm like, that robot
believe him.
doesn't have. Yeah, I believe him too. He got away from that.
Wow, that's hilarious.
I feel sorry for all of our robots in the future. I know that they're gonna.
Oh
Take it out
no!
on us.
One of the best things happened a while back. I think it was the end of last year or something. They had some sort of robot convention or tech convention, and they had this AI robot like doing packages for Amazon. And after 15 minutes, it killed itself.
Oh, good. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, because it just like stopped working and it malfunctioned and like dropped to the floor. And I was like, "That's hilarious." Even the robot knows, "Fuck this shit."
I figured
Hey.
the robots were going to be like, after about 15 minutes of watching us, be like, these people deserve what we're about to do to them. And I couldn't disagree more.
If the robots were really gonna be malicious, what they'd do is cut us off from our creature comforts, like our internet, our Netflix, and all that shit, and just people. It's like the monsters you do on Maple Street. Except
There you go.
the robots that fuck with our. I'm writing this one down. This is my idea. Here's number 69.
Any of you
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
We never get to play that one.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Because Frost gets still ugly as
Let's
fuck.
see it again.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Ah!
Sorry, folks.
I can't. I can't believe that. Like they backed on that rant and then like the channel went down. Like, why did the channel go down? What happened?
What is Adam Sessler up to? I don't give a fuck.
I think he's got an OnlyFans now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That
pay
makes sense.
$1 a month to watch that bald-headed bastard bitch about something. Man, you were funny like 20 years ago. I thought you were cool 20 years ago, and then you revealed yourself to be a douchebag. So, awesome
Well, I mean,
job, Adam
he you know
Sessler.
he's been out west a lot for a very long time, so all of that seeped in, you know. So
Yeah, you never go full. That's all I can say.
you never go full West Coast.
Never go full West Coast. I left. I didn't go full West Coast. Kendo can't go full West Coast because he's not on the West Coast, but just don't
True.
go.
There's a 45-mile buffer between me and the eastern part of California. And even then, that part of California is not like the rest of California, probably. So I don't know.
Just stay in Huntington Beach area. You'll be fine. They're cool there.
No.
They're cool there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even go
I'm
there.
just not going.
Okay.
Kendo is not a California man.
No,
No.
which is fine. It's fine. It's all good.
John Thomas, thank you very much for both of these. John Cena for Undersecretary for History Education. Okay, so we're gonna be talking, folks. Tonight's show is not a wrestling-centric show. We're gonna question that this man who's the biggest actor of all time. I've been seeing a lot of hate about The Rock lately, so we'll talk about that because it's really weird how quickly it's turned. Or maybe I'm late to the party. But we're also going to be talking about how a former wrestler is now in the presidential cabinet again. And yes,
I wouldn't
Linda
call her
McMahon
a
has
wrestler.
wrestled. She took a stunner. She
That's
participated in WrestleMania. She's been on more Raws than you can count. And fuck, she was
Let's
even
not
involved.
judge her personal life, okay? I don't care what she gets down to or what she does, but you know, I'll talk about her qualifications for Secretary of Education later.
I mean, look, never mind. I'm not going to say that. It was 1981 when he was elected, but people still complain about it. Anyway, John Thomas, Hulk Hogan for Undersecretary Early Childhood Development.
Brother, dude,
you
Jack.
Could you imagine Hulk Hogan talking to children? Listen up, brother. This is what you're gonna do. Well, shit, Hulk Hogan did talk to kids.
Yeah, he did.
If anything, Hulk Hogan should be the press secretary because their job is pretty much to get up there and lie and spin and pretend things aren't exactly what we see them as. And he'd be perfect for that because he's making up shit all the time.
Yeah, because the one that Biden had was fucking terrible. Just fucking terrible. Anytime she had a typical question, she's like, all right, we're done for the day. Thanks. I'm going to go. She just walk off. What? That was, you only answered one question. What happened?
Well, that's why I only do one show a night. TLJ Screwjob says, I saw these on X. Remember when the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, tombstoned the Secretary of Education? And remember when he shocked the balls of the Secretary of Education's son? Dude, I just watched that today.
Yeah.
Listen. Kane is the nicest fucking guy I'll ever meet.
He's also super immensely popular as the mayor of Knox County.
He really is. He really, really is. Because anytime there's a convention there, he will be there the entire weekend. He'll wear the mask Saturday, like he's there all the time, and he is incredibly nice. They'll talk to you for hours. Like he's a great dude. He really is. Super nice guy.
Good old Glenn Jacobs.
The best thing you should ever look for is his campaign videos when he was campaigning to be mayor. It is the most blue collar milk toast thing you've ever seen because he's got like the old country fence behind him and the house and everything in the mountains, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Glenn Jacobs. I'm here to try to be mayor of Knox County," and it's like the most like politician thing ever. And then like the night before you saw him like as Kane like on fire in the outfit and the whole mask and everything. It's such a weird juxtaposition to see that. It was, my brain couldn't handle it. It was funny.
I thought it was hilarious. Honestly, if I'm that guy running for that office in that part of the city, I'm just doing it as Kane. Be like, "Hi, I'm Glenn Jacobs. I'm running for mayor, but you might remember me as the devil's favorite G.M.P.C. And it's like he can Jim Ross, and the thing is, people would still vote for him. They'd be like, "Yeah, no, he was fucking great watching him wrestle. I want that guy to run our county."
Yeah,
I do. I really wish we had a pro wrestler like as the mayor of Cincinnati. Like maybe like I don't know, Scotty Too Hottie for mayor. He's gonna worm his way into office. I'm sorry, I'm done.
No,
horrible. Xavier to God, thank you. He says the TMNT from 2012 was pretty solid and good up until a point. I have never seen it. I have bought the toys for kids, but I have never watched an episode of the 2012 TMNT.
Nope.
All right, so. Folks, thank you. We're going to be checking with you all night long, but we wanted to make sure those who sent in their messages early got them answered right away, because that's the world-class way. But this man on screen right here is The Rock. And so we talked about this last week, guys. This is a follow-up to last week's show, folks. We guessed the box office for Red 1. I guessed 25 million. Nick guessed 35 million, and Kendo guessed 30 million. And Nick, you're the winner. Because,
all right.
Well, you went over technically by $1 million, but you're the closest to it.
Loser.
So I guess by Price is Right rules, Kendo wins it. It grossed 34 million, according to what people are talking about. But the bigger picture is like I feel like a lot of people wanted this movie to flop. There's been a lot of negativity towards it. There's been a lot of dislike. It's got a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes. People are kind of dumping on it left and right. I haven't watched it. You have, Nick.
Yes,
Is it
yes,
as
I
bad
have.
as they say?
Okay, to be completely honest, it's not. Like it has its moments where it just like doesn't make any fucking sense. There's very little story going on, and they kind of like, and for it being like over 2 hours long, they throw a lot at you, and you're just trying, and like they throw a lot of mythology and shit at you, and you're just trying to like be like, huh, what? And one of the it's funny because one of the best scenes in the movie is when what is it? J.K. Simmons, who's like fucking amazing. I'll watch anything with that guy. I swear to God, he's amazing.
Same.
Him and The Rock are having this moment where like it's like the day before, and like he's working out in his like Santa Claus gym, and The Rock is literally giving him his letter of resignation, being like, here's my 2 weeks notice, I'm out. And J.K. Simmons, it's like it's the best scene because like they're both like acting to the highest they can. And this is like the best acted part of the whole movie. And he's like he's Santa's like, why are you quitting, man? I thought I thought you had a good thing going. And The Rock's like, listen, seeing all these parents parents and people mad, and like and it's funny because they talk numbers and statistics, and he's like, man, year over year, it's like 22.3% are always on the naughty list every year, and this is the first year where like more people on the naughty list than on the nice list. And he's like, I can't do it anymore. And Santa's like, but we do it so like, they care and they have something positive and they can be nice and stuff like that. But it's a very like good, it's like the best moment in the whole movie that lasts about 5 minutes. And then everything kind of like goes off the rails.
That's kind of how most rock movies are. Like they're good for a minute, and then you're like, oh,
yeah. But I mean, it was J.K. Simmons carrying that whole part because like him as Santa working out and doing everything for some reason was like believable. Like he did it. It was strange, but also apparently like the U.S. government knows that Santa's Santa because I don't know. Do we want to get into this now, or we want to save it? Like, do I need to start talking about it, or do we not want to get into Red One right now? What are we doing?
That's great. The Rock's on screen.
Okay, just making sure. But yeah, like the movie starts like with Chris Evans' character as a small kid, and he gets money he gets little like lollipops, whatever, from these other kids, and it's like 97 or something when he's doing this. It's an old house, and he shows all these kids these presents, and he's like, oh, I told you Santa's not real, and this the parents have these presents, and he's like, oh, I can find anything, and screw Santa or whatever, because I guess he's a foster kid and he has some issues with that. Then it goes on to like 30 years later where he's I guess become some dark web hacker all of a sudden, and he's trying to get into this government area that has seismic activity. He's doing all these Mission Impossible things where he's like, oh, setting this thing on fire to distract somebody, getting somebody's like ID card to go into the building, and then he does like a little like USB thing to put on the wire so he can get the signal to his computer and stuff. And he goes home and he gets the signal and does all the stuff. And then we go to a mall in I don't know, Middle America, where the real Santa's there sitting and doing the Santa pictures, and The Rock is there as a security guard, and it's just J.K. Simmons in his outfit, and The Rock's like circling him like a natural security guard. And like kids will come up and they'll catch things. They're like, no, I need to check this food and make sure it's okay and stuff. And so that scene goes on. And they literally, like, he has an earpiece and everything. He literally has him. He's like, "Oh, Red One's on the move. Okay, Red One and Slay One right now." And like, he goes into at the end of the scene, he gets Santa into like these 3 Escalades, and they like roll out like he's a president to an Air Force base, and gets in the sleigh. And before the sleigh takes off, 2 F-22s take off, and then the sleigh takes off. I wish I was kidding.
It doesn't sound horrible,
but it's one of those things where it's like the government knows that he's real. So then, if the government knows Santa's real, that means other things are also real in this world. Like there's a whole thing, like all of this, like that means all the mythical creatures are real in this world. That with the government just hiding it for some reason. So that's the kind of like thing I was thinking of in the back of my mind. So once
Dude, The Rock versus Bigfoot would be a hell of a movie.
Well, there's a Rock versus Krampus that happens for like a minute.
See, don't tell me that, because I just want a whole movie where The Rock, like as The Rock, is like the government's like, listen, we need the strongest man on the planet to take down these cryptids. Who are we gonna hire?
But he's not okay. No. Here's the thing. He's not even strong. He has to have like an armband that gives him strength. That's like mythical powered like armband that he can like do things with. That's literally how he becomes strong. It's not because he's just a big dude. He has to use that to become strong. Also, there's like some Ant-Man segments that happen where like, I think you saw it in the trailer where like he'll pick the car, put it on the ground, and like use his wristband to like, make it real and then make it big so he can use it. That happens. There's also some parts where like there's a part where he's fighting some like Mossad Death Squad guys, and he shrinks down and like punches them in the dick and then, becomes, normal size and keeps doing that to fight them. It's weird. It was very strange. But there's this whole government organization called MORA, Mythical Oversight and Restoration Authority, MORA. That's the intermediary like thing between Santa and like the government. Like that's the organization. And apparently, The Rock works for ELF, Enforcement, Logistics, and Fortification.
Okay, I mean it's kind of like. It's kind of like Too Many Cooks, where it's like, what is it? They have to fight the stew or whatever, the cook, the knights of whatever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And okay, so after Santa like goes up in the air with the F-22s, like they say you're clear, and he like turns on his FTL drive and like shoots across like into the North Pole. And by the way, the North Pole is Wakanda.
Oh, so black people make Santa's toys? That's not. I'm really surprised at The Rock because all week long I've been seeing people post the clip of Triple H or the quote from Triple H's book how The Rock was upset about the whole blackface DX thing. Now The Rock's making black people make toys. I don't want my Super Nintendo anymore, Nick. Now that the little black kids making it in the North Pole. What is this bullshit?
Fuck you. God damn it. I'm dying over here. Fuck. No. No, because once they, they come out of the wormhole and they get near the North Pole, like this bubble opens up, like Wakanda, and they can go through into it, and they can never be seen. But once you get inside of it, it's like if Kashyyyk mixed with the underwater Naboo people. That's what the city looks like. That's what it kind of emulates in architecture. But apparently, it's a whole facility. Like there's a nursery, there's people there, so like there are people who live in the North Pole who only work at the North Pole. It's a very strange system, but apparently, and also like one thing that happens is like he's walking around once he's done talking to Saint Nick or Santa, whatever you want to call him, and he goes to this memorial that's in the middle of the city, and it's like where it all started, and it's the old Santa house that's like a little like thing in the middle of the city. This is old wooden house with the old sleigh that's just sitting there, because now he's in like a fucking tower that has like a runway and everything. Like it's wild, it's crazy. It's really unhinged. But also, like, the thing I'm thinking of is like they have a security team and this much security because this has probably tried to happen before. And like at some point, like they steal Santa, and then like he's like he gets his little wristband. He's like, close gate 47, 72, 36, and like all these steel walls start popping up out of the ground and blocking this tank that's leaving with Santa. And I'm just like, at some point this happened before. And they had to put in all the security. And also, if this is ran by an American agency, that's where our tax dollars go. Like I'm thinking about this in the theater while I'm just like sitting there alone watching this shitty movie.
You should not overanalyze. Okay, first off, don't analyze a kid's movie.
Secondly, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
You should have had a bunch of drinks, bro.
I should have, but I wanted to go in sober and just kind of like see what this was. So yeah, and then like he disappears, and like they have a whole thing, and they have to call Mora and be like, Red One is gone, we don't know where he is. And one of the weirdest things is like Lucy Liu gets on screen and she's like she's like, oh, the trolls are they have to get computer people, and it's like, oh, we need to get the trolls to work on it, and all of a sudden the trolls pop on screen, and it's actual trolls with nerdy glasses eating chips in nerdy outfits trolling the internet for the information. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of weird. That's either funny or really shitty. I don't know.
They should have just made it look like the four of us from the show.
That'd have been fine. But then they find the guy. They try. They pull him in and everything, and they pull him into like a warehouse, like temporary facility. And he's walking through all this stuff and everything. And at some point he sees like the Headless Horseman's horse that breathes fire, and the Headless Horseman and his head. And Lucy Liu says, and it's a weird line of dialogue, but I remember it. She's like, we're questioning all the normal suspects, and she's like, take the horse back to the stable, put the Headless Horseman at Area 23, and put the head back in frozen storage. And I'm just like,
is he Ted Williams?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it's like it's one of those things like if the Headless Horseman was already in storage and in like a prison facility, why are you questioning him about Santa?
See, it sounds like
but it's one of those things I thought of. I was like, why are you questioning him? Like the line dialogue didn't make any sense. It's very strange.
Sounds like there are a lot of solid ideas in this movie, and like if this was like a direct to Amazon Prime, I probably would have watched it already.
Yeah,
it sounds like
Yeah, there's that, and then and apparently the one doing this is I think Gyra, whatever her name is, I don't know. She's played by it's a witch played by the girl who played Sabrina the Teenage Witch on the Netflix show. So I think that's kind of funny.
Oh, I thought it was Melissa Joan Hart for a minute. I was like, cool.
Dude, that would have been even better. That would have been great. But no, it was the girl who played Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Netflix. She was the one. But at some point they do go to like Krampus's castle through a portal into that world, and like they have to go talk to Krampus because Krampus is Santa's brother, And apparently Mora doesn't have jurisdiction there because they had some kind of treaty that got signed, and like a lot is not said, but they're trying to be funny about it and make it kind of, you know, an international thing, and, you know, kind of make it go away a dialogue. But like some of it isn't. What's up?
At any point, does Krampus go, "You're Krampusing my style"?
He does not.
Disappointing.
He does not. Yeah, he does not.
You know what? I don't feel bad about any of my jokes anymore. I'm sorry, Kendo. Anyway,
yeah. Yeah, and at the end, you know, everything works out, and you get to see J.K. Simmons act like Santa, and he's the most athletic fucking Santa I've ever seen in my life. You know, it is crazy, but it's just like, and apparently they have like a reload, like they have those refill things that you saw that they have for, you know, the fighter jets and things like that. They have one of those for his. They have one of those for the back of Santa's sleigh. That's just his giant. Wait.
So they have like a jet fly up, fuel him midair type situation.
No. It is a giant thing that holds all the presents that travels next to him. And once the barrel in the back is done, then they like another one flies in and they take the other one away, and it's just this giant like Christmas looking like UFO cigar tube thing covered in Christmas lights that, like, you know, gets drones back and forth as the presents go down. And
that's less cool than what I was thinking. Like,
yeah, and down the chimney is just like the sleigh hovering over like whatever building they have, and him just like rappelling down like he's a Marine. And then if he has to go into a chimney, he shrinks like the Rock did previously in the movie. Goes in and unshrinks, throws presents like they're dice, and then they expand. You know, that happens, and it's just like, and even him putting like presents in stockings is him using like a little like salt shaker and putting little presents in the stockings, and then I guess they expand as well. And so that's how that happens. But it's just like, okay, cool, whatever.
So overall, Nick, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
I mean, the thing I would love is I want to do a drunk watch with it. I think it's worthy of that at least.
Okay,
I think it's worthy of that.
You've kind of turned me around, because I was going to take my mom to go see this because she likes The Rock, but now I'm like, I kind of think I'll do it, because I was on the fence, and this is pushing me towards it, just because I have a Regal pass, so it's not like I'm actually going to pay.
No. Yeah. Because like I trust me, I went in with the same thing. I was like, this is going to be shit. It's going to be terrible. Like, my expectations were super low, and I watched it. I was like, this is not that bad. I'm glad nobody watched it and like it didn't do well, because that's fine. But it was not worth. And once again, I get free passes for Regal because, you know, my brother works there. So that I used one for yesterday when I went to go watch it. I'm glad I did. Because it wasn't worth it, and I was the only one in the fucking theater.
I have an idea then, since you say that we should have this as a drunk watch along. Crimbo's coming up here in just a few weeks. What exactly is the date on that? Well, I mean, it's the 25th. The 25th is a Wednesday, so we could do that. We could watch along like we do our drunk watch parties, and then we could stream it. Not the movie, folks. We don't want to get sued. And we could play that for people. So if they really, 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 really need us that week, we're taking Boxing Day off, but Christmas night, I'm sure we could post that up there as long as Nick gets us that, and we can watch it, and you can experience it with us if you have a means of getting it before it comes out on streaming. Like,
but if you're a patron, you'll get to watch it along with us, because that's
true. Yeah.
Join our Patreon page, become a video member, and you literally get to watch the movies with us.
You only have to do it. So here's the thing, folks. Yeah, if you do it just for the 1 month. The 1 month at the video tier, that's cheaper than the ticket to watch it, and you watch it with us, sort of not completely all the way live. And yeah, so there you go, folks. If you want to watch the movie, you don't want to pay to see it, you can't wait till it goes to streaming, but you want to hear us watch it and either laugh at it or have a good time with it or just make fun of each other for 2 hours, Patreon.
There you go.
Yeah,
Patreon.com/worldclassbs.
Yeah, I'll keep my ear to the grindstone.
.com.
Sure I can try to find it, because from what I hear, I think Amazon was involved in making it, and I think it's going to get kicked to their service real soon. So once it gets kicked to their
just in time for Christmas, probably.
That was their idea, because their idea, like, I read an article saying that, you know, they really didn't care that it didn't do all the box office, because once it hits their service, people are going to watch it anyways, and they'll make money off that somehow. I don't fucking know. So that's going to be the thing, and I think once it hits their service, you know, somebody will put it out for all to enjoy. So I'll make sure I grab it.
Yeah, we'll all have a cup of Christmas cheer and watch Red 1. Now,
By
two
Christmas
things we're
cheer,
gonna
we
talk
mean eggnog.
with
And by
alcohol
egg,
in it.
we mean bourbon.
I'll just drink the bourbon. Less calories.
But
One
it's not
thing.
as
Well, two
Christmassy.
things.
Put a stick of cinnamon in it. Call it a day.
Would
Fine.
The Rock's character be able? Okay, sorry. Who would win in a fight? J.K. Simmons Santa Claus or David Harbour Santa Claus from Violent Night?
Shit. Going toe to toe. Jeez. That's hard because J.K. Simmons was like working out. He was constantly working out. Like he was ripped Santa Claus.
Well, yeah, he had the Rock's diet plan of just eating buffalo and egg whites and working out twice a day and nothing else.
Just like Camille Najjabi, your favorite.
Yeah,
We couldn't go a whole episode without bringing his ass up.
We haven't talked about him in like a month.
that's true. We have it. I gotta say J.K. I really do. Even though I love
Violent Night was great.
even though I love Violent Night, I still think J.K. could whip his ass because of the training and just like yeah.
Now,
Because his gym was stacked. His gym was fucking stacked.
it's joke's on you. That's actually just the Rock's gym. They just put a camera and like, all right.
Yeah.
It's like I'll get off of it for 5 minutes so we can shoot the
Yeah.
scene. Oh, okay.
Rock went into that whole pre-production meeting and he just fucking slammed the script down. He said, "If the Santa Claus is gonna clang and bang, we're gonna show him my gym.
Yeah. Brony.
I clang and bang twice a day, and all I eat is buffalo and egg whites, and nothing else goes into my body."
What a boring life.
Oh my god.
Now, people in the chat have been talking about Rock movies. They're talking about The Rock remaking classic movies. If you were going to remake an old movie and put The Rock in it, what would it be?
The Godfather, because it would be extremely stupid. But you do The Godfather, but you have Rock do the Eddie Murphy thing where he plays every major character because it would be
The
that
Rock
fucking
shoots
terrible.
himself as Fredo.
That's Godfather Part 2, but yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. The Rock as Donald Trump in the Apprentice movie. That's what I would do.
There you go.
Because that would be fucking hilarious.
I want to see The Rock in Jingle All the Way.
And Jingle all the way too.
No, I want it to be a remake, and The Rock's looking for a doll of himself for his kid.
Okay, who's the okay? It can't be Kevin Hart. Who's the comedic relief that would be Sinbad? Like, who would it be?
I was going to say Kevin Hart should play The Rock's kid. No, who would be the comedic relief for The Rock? It's a
Bill Burr. Bill Burr.
Yeah, I want to see Bill Burr because he seems like the type of guy that would be a pissed off mailman that would just regret every day of his life. I can just hear the bit in my head right now. Anyway.
Yeah, no, you can just hear that man's voice every time.
Yeah, I can.
Oh god. Oh yeah, he'd be great. He'd be great. No, that would work out. That'd be awesome.
Who's the wife?
Who's the wife? It's got to be somebody hot and somebody known.
Because I don't know any kid actors to cast, so we'll just have The Rock should have a CGI version of himself as the child.
The wife. Selma Hayek. Fuck it. Whatever. We'll go balls to the wall.
I want that.
Yeah.
We got Scarlett Johansson's recommended in the chat.
Ooh, that's not bad either. Okay. Then who's the cuck neighbor?
Now, hold on
Kevin
a second.
Hart.
Phil Hartman was not a cuck. I would just
He was not a cuck. All right, but who's the?
He was
okay.
a smarmy guy. He was going in for that wife. These cookies. All
right, who's the
fuck that lady?
Who's the smarmy next door neighbor then?
Not Johnny Knoxville because they've already acted opposed.
They have. They have.
Who's Pete Holmes? No, Pete
Pete
Davidson.
Holmes. Pete Davidson. Yeah.
Pete Davidson. I would watch it. I'd absolutely watch a movie with The Rock, Pete Davidson, and Bill Burr. It could be like a remake of Ghostbusters, and that sounds horrible.
You know what? No. It sounds horrible, but it would fucking work. It would be the ensemble we need. All right, it would be random as shit. It would fucking work out. It would be great.
Who's the fourth Ghostbuster? If we got The Rock, Bill Burr, and Pete Davidson.
We have to get somebody like
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Either you got to go really high in the totem pole or really low. Like you can't go in between. Is that be somebody who everybody knows or nobody knows?
If he was still alive, I'd say Gilbert Gottfried, but he's R.I.P.
Yeah, that'd be the way to go. That'd be the way to go.
The chat says Carrot Top.
Oh Jesus!
Now he's busy, dude. He's got 6 shows a week at Luxor.
Do you know the statistic that he has performed more than Madonna? He's performed for more people than Madonna at this point. Like just based on all the shows he's done.
Again, he does 6 shows a week down at Luxor. I think my uncle went and saw him when he was here a couple weeks ago because he was like, "You want to come down here and go see Carrot Top?" I'm like, "I do, but I don't at the same time because I really don't feel like getting in the car and driving 25 minutes downtown."
Dude, I saw somebody do. I think it was a hotel tour of the Luxor recently on YouTube, and apparently it's gone to shit. It's got entirely.
It wasn't that bad. I was there a few weeks ago. It was okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they had a whole plan. They even had like the interior. They had some sort of interior boat ride that just went away and stuff. And yeah, it was a whole thing that happened because apparently I think Luxor came up in like '93 or '94, and it was awesome. And now it's got
only like 30 years old.
Yeah, now it's got a giant like Doritos and like Bud Light thing on it.
That is true. The backside of Luxor, if you see it from Interstate 15, is just a giant Bet MGM logo.
Yep.
The front, they have a wrap thing that changes every now and then on the front of it.
Does it make the Luxor look like a giant Dorito chip?
Yes,
because that's awesome.
They need the advertising just to keep the place going.
Nick, it's really not that bad of a hotel. I stayed in there in 2015.
I know it is. I'm just making fun of it. Because it used to be this thing, you know.
Well,
we're gonna get
it was
sued
a
by
thing.
Luxor if we discredit them too much.
It was a big thing when it opened because it was like this giant Egyptian themed pyramid on the strip, which was completely different than the other themed hotels, which was all just mafia shit. And so, will you leave my goddamn microphone alone? So, I just got this thing working again. Stop it. So, fuck's sake. Anyway, so the Luxor was that. It gets shit on unjustly, I think, because people just want to make fun of it. Because if you go right up the street from the Luxor, one, you have to walk past Excalibur. But then MGM Grand's across the street, and then you got all the Bellagio, the Venetian, the Caesar's Palace, all the like really big fancy ones. Plus, I think Luxor's across the street from where they just dropped the Trop, so people they make fun of it, but it's not that. It's not circus.
No,
that's true. That's true.
So, let's see if anybody in the chat had sent in any Rock stuff. Let's see. The Rock prepare for hate in Die Hard trilogy. Aurora uplinks. The Rock has been in Die Hard. It's called Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Die Hard with a peg leg. It's just the gimmick. He's got a fake leg. And see, that's the type of Rock movie that I don't really find his movies great, but I don't find them offensive. They're just like the hype and the promotion is annoying, but then they come and they go, and you're just like, all right, well, I didn't go see that movie, and I never will watch it, but hey, he's a billionaire. That's fine. But the reason I kind of bring up the topic, though, is I've seen a lot of hate for The Rock since this movie's come out. And a lot of people just keep going on about stuff in the past. And we'll talk about Moana in a second. But now I see people shitting on The Rock for coming back to wrestling. They said The Rock wasn't exactly itching to lace up his boots when he was dominating Hollywood. But now his big budget blockbusters are stumbling and suddenly he's back in the ring. Coincidence? Doubt it. First off, The Rock has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They say he claims it's for the fans, but after Black Adam bombed and Red One bombed, The Rock needed a win somewhere. Hollywood isn't rolling out the red carpet for him like they used to. So what's his fallback? The WWE. It's not like Roman Reigns is begging for help carrying the company. He's been doing it just fine. All right, first off, you're a mark, whoever wrote this, because Roman Reigns is shit. See, Kendo, I love that you and I have been watching this shit long enough to know it's like, look, they can tell you that Roman Reigns got a big payday, and they can tell you that all this stuff, but your Roman Reigns in 20 years will just be like, hey, he's a guy that held the belt for a really long time. He'll be as notable as like a Chris Jericho. So he'll be a main guy. He'll be that, but he's not Rock, Hogan, or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He won't be talked about in the exact same context. They'd be like, yeah, so after Fruity Pebbles left, Roman Reigns was like the really big deal for a few years, and then, whoever comes next will be it. It's not like we're going to sit there and wax philosophically in 20 years about, oh, God, remember the bloodline thing that went on for 2 years too long?
I will never miss the Bloodline story. I'm going to go watch Survivor Series next weekend or the weekend after next, but like, I don't care about Bloodline versus Bloodline. That is not a story that's hooking me. So I guess to answer my question to the episode, I don't think The Rock's done at all. I think The Rock will be just fine, but I think people that are marks in the wrestling world will constantly bitch because they didn't watch wrestling when he was around and didn't watch, one, how popular he was, and two, how he put everybody over. If he was selfish like Stone Cold Steve Austin, then, or Triple H, then we could talk. But go back and read Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Rock the Good Soldier, and you'll understand what that's like. So, to everybody out there that wants to, shit on him, who did he put over as a wrestler? Be honest.
Who?
The Rock. He put everyone over.
Yeah, but I mean, Triple H put people. Remember WrestleMania when he lost. He beat Sting. Never mind.
Yeah,
point stands.
Yeah, I was at that show. That pissed me off. I won't go into that tangent. But WrestleMania 31 could have been great. It was just pretty good. But John Thomas asks, have you seen clips from the new Moana? I'm confused if it's animated or live action. Oh, it's live action. And it's going to make money, but I don't think it's going to make $1 billion like the Lion King remake. Do you guys think it's going to be a huge hit?
What's a Moana?
It's a movie that I finally saw last year for the first time, and it was pretty good, but it was forgettable.
Yeah, it's very forgettable. In fact, there are set photos of him like in the Moana getup on the internet right now. Somebody's taking photos while he was like on set or something. So like they're doing a live action version of it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that one either. But if they put out a new Rock action figure or a new Rock shirt or some kind of I got a pair of socks with the Rock on it. How about that? But I'm not gonna go see any of his damn movies.
I don't know, but I feel like Moana, like the first one, put up some numbers, and I feel like because of that, people are going to go watch part 2 as well. So it seems to be the animated ones, the ones like that, like make Disney some money. So
well, there's a sequel, but then there's a live action remake with him in it. Like that's what we're talking
dear
about.
God!
Yeah, that's currently what Kendo's talking about. There's a picture of him on a beach. I don't know if he's wearing a muscle suit or what, but he looks weird. And he's got a wig and everything.
Just ate extra buffalo and ate extra, egg whites and drank a lot of water and just worked out an extra set. That's all he did.
Okay. Well, I believe you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He wasn't injecting, mass amounts of things into
the only
his
thing
body
he
at
was injecting was a bunch of buffalo and egg whites and water into his system, as he claimed and banged twice a day.
God on a buffalo.
Oh man, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah. The Moana things, they'll be fine with that. The animated stuff seems to do well with Disney, so they'll be fine.
Yeah. More power to those people. I'll go see The Rock eventually. Just wrestle again, dude. I'll go.
Give it like 10 more years. You'll see him at a local horror convention or something.
No, that's the one thing. The Rock's got $1 billion. He'll just fucking go away. Like if I had $1 billion and all my adventures failed, I'd be like, well, I'm rich. I'm just gonna go travel and he's married, so he can't bang anybody else. But that's what I do if I killed him. Our friend John Thomas also says happy birthday to Goldie Hawn. Sock it to me. Any Goldie Hawn fans in the chat? I think she's pretty cool.
Death Becomes Her was a fun movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like Overboard quite a bit. With Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
He talks so much shit to her, and she's.
I forgot. I was watching clips of Death Becomes Her. I forgot Bruce Willis was in that movie, like entirely.
He is.
It's so weird because he plays like a very subdued character, and it's just like he has a mustache and everything like that. And he just like melts into the background, like he doesn't play the usual Bruce Willis character, and you just don't recognize him. It's very strange.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. Dr. Dr. Coffinails says, can we have a proof of life for Dion? I'm worried. I don't worry about Dion. He may have come to visit. He may have drank too much. He may have fallen down my stairs. His body might be in the basement. Don't worry about it. He's okay.
Yeah, I was texting him yesterday, so as of
that was him
yesterday-
that definitely was texting you back.
Oh, okay.
Definitely Dion. When you're talking about football, that's definitely Dion texting you back about the Mike Tyson fight. Definitely Dion.
That's fair. That's good to know.
What about what? Yeah. You know, whatever, man. The Bears doing great. It's fine.
Yeah, hey, Michigan's beautiful. It's only cold and snowy here in Cincinnati, so Michigan's 65 degrees and sunny.
What the fuck?
No, it's not. It's like 8 degrees in Michigan right now.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, I was like, what happened?
Dude, it's so cold.
It was 42 degrees this morning here, and people were losing their minds. I'm like, meanwhile, I'm walking in and just my polo shirt and khakis, and everyone's like, "Aren't you cold?" I'm like, "No."
Well, normally when I wear the jacket on the show, I'm usually burning up, but today I'm cold, and this is perfect. So I was like, "Ooh, thank you
good.
for this sport coat." Xavier to God says, "Red One was supposed to go straight to streaming originally. Is it obvious, Nick, that it looks like that?"
I mean, yeah, just the way it was done and everything like that. It just seems like it was supposed to go straight to streaming because that seems like how a lot of those movies were, you know, supposed to go because they get just because of the level of like actors they had and just everybody that was in it. It seemed like that because usually they're stacked. They always have like 3 or 4 main characters that are really well known, and then everybody else is just kind of on the wayside. So that's usually how it is for the streaming stuff.
Thunder Robots talk about Dion's the first to be abducted by Luke Skywalker. Oh, he kidnaps us hardcore in this book. Like, it's almost like black bag over the head, put us in a van, and take us to a clandestine location type of thing. As he tells us his sob story of how Disney ripped him off and ruined his legacy. It's hilarious, folks, if I may say so myself. But you'll have to wait until tax season when Stealing Solo 2, a.k.a. The Farce Awakens, is available. And may I say, this one will top the first one in every way. Just, you'll have to take my word on it. It's bigger. It's funnier. I test out the jokes on people. It's like I do stand-up, except I go, hey, read this and tell me if this is funny. And it works. So, and if you're waiting for Wokebusters, be prepared. Literally every person that worked on the book has gone out of their way to tell me how much fun they had reading it. Even the letter that I didn't ask. So, that's a good sign. A couple days now, folks, and it'll be on its way to you. I can't wait. I literally can't wait to get it in my hands, dude.
It's been forever. Yeah, it's been just a lot of.
I've read it 100 times.
I'm sure you have.
Today.
I'm sure you have. Just
I was
because
looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, with the
will there be a PITF advanced copy like the last one where you were able to send it to us early?
Oh, do you want a digital copy? I can send it to you right now. Like I'll send it to you tomorrow.
Yes, I would like that
tomorrow. I'll send it to you.
Yes.
I'm not going to send it to you on air, but I will send it to you tomorrow. Just remind me. I have digital proofs. They have printer ticks on it because I haven't created the DRM file yet because there was one change that had to be made. But once I send out the one for the audience, you'll get it before them. Just ask me tomorrow. I'll send it to you. It's a good file.
Because
it's like 400 megs.
That's fine. I've got the Stealing Solo PDF that you sent me, because you're like, hey, it's done. I got it on PDF. You guys want it because the books don't come out for like a month. We're like, yes.
Yeah, well,
I remember that.
I will send it to you. I'm quite proud of this book.
I will message you in the morning with a reminder of what my email address is and say, hey, Jeff, here's my email address in case you lost it in the last 12 hours. Send this here.
You're kind of like locked into my Gmail account. So
yeah, I can put it on my iPad and read it.
Yeah, you can.
Because I've been reading a little bit of Hellboy here and there, so it's been good. Good.
All right, now I know what I'll send you. I'll send you the version of it where it's like single pages, because I could send you the double page spread version. Who cares? That's technical. We're on air. We have a show.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm getting excited. I'm like, all right, Wokebusters, fuck yeah. Because I'm working a new con now. I was talking to the guy, Aaron Sparrow was on the show, and there's a big show down in Texas next year, so I'm gonna get it.
Oh, is it? When it's not Frightmare because that one's different.
We're doing comic shows because we look at the numbers, Nick. Like when we go to comic shows, everybody knows us. We go to horror shows, people look at us. No, we're not white, so they look at us like we're fucking nuts. People are like, I can't believe you guys say that. Go to a horror show with us and see how we're treated.
No. And when we do Suit Saturday, they look at us like we're the enemy.
They always were nice to me.
I wonder why, Kendo.
Yeah, because even the last one we did for Horror Hound, like there were those literal punks at the end of the row who kept turning up the music higher and higher, and we just want to listen to 80s stuff. Like that's it. We weren't trying to like speaker battle with you or whatever. We just wanted to listen to our music. That's all. And they just kept looking at us like because they were listening to their shitty Walmart metal, Rob Zombie bullshit.
Walmart metal.
and they were mad at us because we were listening to like like our 80s music that we like. So I don't know. It was weird.
Yes, we listened to Ghostbusters. Tough shit.
Yeah.
You're at a horror con. What do you expect?
Juicy.
Yes. Jussie Smollett.
Name like that, Kento. Calm down. You're a married man.
Well,
all right, fine. He's part of the Oreo line. Is that better?
There you go. I'll take that. Just the emphasis on Juicy made me very uncomfortable when he said that.
So he's.
Do you think Disney's ever gone back and been like, "Hey, we need to edit that out. We can't have them referring to this as the Oreo line"? Or do you think they just never got the joke?
They probably never got the joke. No. Kind of like how that ride from that movie that they never released was there for so long.
All Songs of the South.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. But let's talk about this man on screen right here. So this is Jussie Smollett, and we talked about this 5 years ago because we went to Chicago in 2019, and we were worried about going out at night because we got hungry. We wanted Subway, but we thought, now's not the right time. So it
was MAGA country, so we couldn't go outside.
I mean, you could, so we could send you to go get food, but we were fearing for our lives, out there.
You got the pizza to keep us safe. So we all know the story of Jussie Smollett. Allegedly, he was beaten up by two MAGA guys in 2019. You've heard the story. We're not going to go on about it. But today there's news. The Illinois Supreme Court has overturned the conviction of actor Jussie Smollett on charges of disorderly conduct for allegedly staging a hate crime. The court's decision was based on the finding that Smollett's second prosecution violated his due process rights following an initial lenient handling of the case by then Cook County State attorney Kim Fox. This ruling effectively dismisses the charges against Smollett. So he got away.
That's bullshit.
So the Juicy is on the Lucy?
Uh-oh. He is. So Jussie Smollett is free. I really am not angry to go on a rant, but I'll say this. I think there's a double standard that we all know about, and it doesn't matter what color you are. If you got the money, that's where the double standard is. And I think this has a lot to say about the state of 2024 and the state of the world. It's like, it was a crime, it was an issue, but, you can afford the right lawyer and get away with it.
Yeah, so, it should be like 2015 Back to the Future where they abolish all lawyers.
Yep. And the weatherman's accurate?
The weatherman's accurate, yeah. That'd be great.
Do you think he's going to get accepted back into Hollywood and all that stuff?
Yes,
probably.
Yeah, give it like 3 months.
Yeah,
give it like 3 months.
Say, somebody's aching to get him into a movie, just to strike back against The Man or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're going against here because this is one of those situations where they can say the justice system didn't fail. It may have failed, but it didn't fail. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about this one anymore because I don't feel like I'm qualified.
Yeah, I feel like because of the the election, the way it happened, they're just dying to get him into a project or something and make him the main character for like one season of a failed show that that's not going to go very far.
They're going to bring back American Horror Story to that one that they.
There you go. There you go. That's what's going to happen.
So it'll just be a second. Stop. It'll be an extenuation season of that. Yes, I know you're watching Blue. You're very happy. But it'll be like that. They'll be like, hey, remember that time we did an American Horror Story specifically about Trump, but it wasn't about Trump? Well, guess what? He got reelected. Let's do that again.
Yeah, that seems about right. I'm sure they have that. I'm sure they had that script, written just in case it happened, so they were prepared for it.
I was hoping he'd be the lead on the next season of Fargo, personally, but that's just me.
That'd be great.
I only know this guy. What was it? Was he on Empire? Is that it? Is that okay?
Yeah. That's the last thing he was on was Empire.
See, maybe OJ remembers him from Empire. Yeah.
Mm. Oh yeah, that was his favorite show in the womb.
Yep, it was.
I can understand why. What's her fuck? Who the fuck's the lady in that show? I don't know.
She's that one lady that was in that one movie last year with that one guy.
Oh, Navy SEALs, right?
Navy SEALs.
Yeah, that's the one. That's I think that's it.
He was the kid in the Mighty Ducks. Okay, that's what he's in that I've seen.
Yes, that's why I was
Taraji
talking
P.
about
Henson.
the Oreo line.
Oreo, God.
Because he's in the Mighty Ducks. He's in the first one. He's not in any of the other ones, though.
He's in the best one.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, he's in the best one. He's not in the second one where they beat up on Trinidad and Tobago, but yet they're the good guys for some reason.
Well, I mean, they also made a show of Mighty Ducks that happened recently. So.
Did you watch the cartoon Mighty Ducks? Because I did.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I thought it was weird. It was the weirdest thing.
The duck alien things that played hockey. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was because like it said Mighty Ducks, and then like I watched it, I was like, I don't get it, but I'm still okay with it. Like it was one of those things I watched as a kid, and I was like, I'm fine with this. This is okay. I'll allow it. It was great. It was so much fun.
Yeah. The movie that spawned an NHL franchise that they're not even the Mighty Ducks anymore. Now they're just called the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
Analheim?
Stupid. Sure.
Yeah.
Now, folks, we like to do all the super chats in order, but this one's very topical. TLJ Screwjob says, the court didn't say Jussie didn't lie. They said the corrupt DA dropped the charges, so the case shouldn't have been brought. Now, TLJ Screwjob, I read the Grok summary. That's all I read to you right there. So that was what I took from that. But I didn't know. To be honest, I thought his story was garbage 5 years ago, and I think it does a lot of damage because trying to stage a protest or make a social statement when things are tumultuous, it doesn't really make you look good, because I don't think the people that like are up at this level in society realize that we don't like them or care about them. So like all of your attention-seeking garbage does nothing for you. Like it just like if I see this guy in a movie, I'll go, okay, there's the guy that faked a hate crime. I'll never forget this. He'll always be
of course,
hate crime guy
of course,
to me.
yeah.
And a million people remember it too. And you know, I'm not saying that everyone on the internet's gonna gang up and kick him out of Hollywood or some dumb shit, but apologize, maybe, buddy.
He's not going to. He's never going to. It's not going to happen. Like I said, because of the current climate in Hollywood, they're going to like have him in the next, headline some show or some movie or something. It's going to happen. That's all it's going to be.
Did he ever even say, "Oh yeah, you guys got me. I totally made this up," or was he still sticking to his guns? I don't know.
Sticking to his guns. He was still sticking to his guns until like the two Nigerian guys in the MAGA hats like fessed up because they were going to lose their green cards.
Is that like
so
the
there you go,
Nigerian
folks. If
prince
you're
that you send your money to?
Yeah, the same dudes.
guy?
Yeah, same dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, same guys.
Yeah. So, folks, there you go. The big lesson to take away from the Jussie Smollett case is that if you're ever going to stage a crime, don't pay for it with a personal check, because I think that's what actually did him in.
That's what got Jerry Springer. He paid a prostitute with a check, and then he got fired as the mayor of Cincinnati.
Or whoever you hire, make sure they have a green card, or at least are a citizen. Make sure that too.
Or maybe just, I don't know, don't hire somebody to beat yourself up. Pull a
Or
Jim
just
Carrey.
don't
Go into a bathroom
stage
and kick your own ass.
Yeah, don't stage a hate crime.
Don't.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway from tonight's show, folks. Don't stage a hate crime. It doesn't end well for anyone.
Don't stage a hate crime. I like that. That's good.
Instead of that's how MXC would end. Don't stage a hate crime, and then we're just like, thanks for watching. So yeah, that was kind of just a short little thing. We'll see him back on. So I think. Oh wait, no, we won't, because he left X today officially. That was his big like, hey, they're dropping my charges, and I'm leaving X.
Yeah, everybody's going to Blue Sky. Oh my God!
Oh, we got to get on there.
The same people that claimed, the people that are like X, our Truth Social is just a stupid, right wing echo chamber. Then now they're like, we got to leave X, we got to go to Blue Sky, not realizing it's just a stupid left wing echo chamber.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing, like they're top of the iPhone app thing, but they only have I think 15 million users, and apparently Twitter has 38 times that many, and TikTok has 100 times that many, and it's just like they really have to have a lot more to do that, and at some point they're gonna have to start running ads so they can make money and keep the app going. Like you can't run a free app. That's not how this world works.
I need some troll accounts to go on there and just get reacts for people and put those on TikTok.
Oh my God. Go ahead and make one. Go ahead and do it, or if you want, I can make one for and give everybody the stuff. It'll be fine.
Look, we all want to buy mansions next to each other. We can we control our way into monetization on Twitter. I think we control our way into millionaire status in like 6 weeks.
I'm okay. I'm okay with trolling people on Blue Sky and screenshotting it and putting it on Twitter. That's always fun. So
we'll just have fun with Mark Hamill. It's like, you thought you got away from us, Mark. We're back.
Well, apparently there's now a profanity problem on Blue Sky because there's so many people there, and it just seems like a liberal hellhole. Like people just one-upping each other, being like, no, I have 3 black friends. No, I have 4 black friends.
Los Angeles.
Yes, that exactly. That's
Please
what
don't
it is.
Say those words around me.
You're not there anymore, okay? You escaped.
Yeah.
And every day
you took the Underground Railroad. We got you out. It's fine.
No, I took an airplane because I'm not.
Okay, that too.
Whatever.
It's fine. It's okay. We were willing to truck you back, but it's okay. It's all right.
Well, while we're on the topic, I got 1.5 black friends, so I'm doing.
Kendo, there was only one black guy in my graduating class. Half of me, half of somebody else. So,
see, there you go. We're breaking down barriers every day.
Breaking down barriers. I love it.
Not the school I went to. Thanks, Elder. You were the best. Actually, I liked that school fine, so there's nothing to say bad about it. Xavier to God, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, do you guys prefer Master Splinter's origin as his being Hamato Yoshi, the man, or just being a rat before mutation? I prefer him as a human because of the tie with the Shredder when he was human.
So, as a kid, for the first few years, he was Hamato Yoshi, the man that became a rat. But then, 1990 happened, and he became the rat that, grew up to be Splinter. And since then, it's just been, I've accepted both stories. But if I had to choose, you're like, you have to pick one. I would prefer the rat that just mutated and all that stuff. And that Hamato Yoshi was his master that Oroku Saki killed. Because one, that's, I think, the original story. And two, I'm fine with that because that's actually kind of cool because it gives him a reason. Yeah, I know you like it too. And that gives him like the reason to have to do these things. And as opposed to being Hamato Yoshi that turns into he's a human that turns into the rat because he touched the rat last when he got the mutagen. And then technically the turtles become human-like because they were turtles, but then they touched Hamato Yoshi, who was a human. See, just make him a rat. Leave him a rat.
That's fine.
Once a rat, always a rat.
I do love this comment from Matthew Marsilio. Jeff is the real-life Snake Plissken who escaped from L.A.
That's true.
Damn right. It's a great movie. I will take that. Thank you. I love that movie. Well, I like Escape from New York more, but
there's for some reason it's all for Escape from New York. It's very difficult to find and get, but that movie is awesome, and I think Donald Pleasance plays the president, doesn't he?
Nick, they put out a nice box set like in 2020.
They did. Damn it!
I bought
because I remember watching Escape from LA as a kid, and I was just like, the CG on this is not that good. And then I rented Escape from New York, and I was like, this is great. I love this.
Yeah, Escape from LA is kind of shit, to be honest. Like that's John Carpenter. If John Carpenter has a scale of awesome to bad, it's towards the bottom, next to Vampires and Village of the Damned. Ghost of Mars.
I remember. Oh God. Oh yeah. Then they started making things like that. Yeah. God, I remember Village of the Damned. I watched it a lot as a kid. That was a good movie.
Also, to Xavier to God, I prefer the one from the original Marat. Anything that's the original origin from the comic, I'll take on the Ninja Turtles. It was just cool.
Oh yeah, same here. Yeah.
I do. So the IDW reboot that they had that was really good for a while, but then kind of went to shit. Their origin was the one from the Michael Bay movies where the turtles were in April's dad's facility. I hate that origin. That's so stupid. I prefer the origin of they come to save her is the one that's in the cartoon originally and in the movie and in the comics, and that's the one that I would take 99 times out of 98. So there we go.
Fair. Thank you, Xavier to God, for your very generous super chat. You make me want to watch the 90s TMNT movie again, which I wanted to on Tuesday because of you as well. John Thomas says Mal was right about attorneys. Wasn't he, Kendo?
I mean, I don't read a whole lot of Chairman Mao. 'Cause that's a bunch of commie shit. So you're gonna have to explain it to me what he meant by that. But if he's like anti-attorney, I mean, I've had some lawyers take care of some shit for me, so I'm not gonna hate on them too much. And when I was a formidable self and I hadn't really accepted my goal and destiny of being what I've turned into, I thought about being a lawyer. And I even thought about how much fun it'd be to be a defense attorney to get my clients off on technicalities as a way to like troll society. And this was like 20 something years ago. So I was already on my grind even back then before Twitter was a thing. And I just, resorted to fucking with people on, social medias. But personally, lawyers are scummy, but that's kind of what they're supposed to be for. You got some good ones, you got some bad ones. You take the good, you take the bad, and then there's Tui. But yeah, I don't know what Mao said about him because that's commie shit.
What did Woodrow Wilson say about lawyers?
I don't know, but he was a douchebag too.
Yeah. Rod Thunderheart says, "Hail WCBS, I know it's been beaten to death, but notice that The View only subscribed to one view. That's why they call it The View, not The Views." Yeah, Goopy Wahlberg and her coven of hens are definitely clucking up a storm on ABC
Dude.
afternoon.
Oh my God.
So, as you guys know, but the listeners don't, 2 weeks ago, I had the day off the day after the election, mainly because I had to be home to take care of some stuff, like with people coming to hook shit up and things like that. And it was just one of those very happy coincidences that I got to watch the day after the election and see the meltdown in real time. It was beautiful. It was glorious. It was magical. The fact that they all came out in black like they were going to funeral. What? Daddy's busy. Okay. All right. So anyway, The View melted down and it was great and I got to watch it.
I just didn't realize that they wore black dramatic much. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I'm surprised that they didn't come out in like handmade tales like outfits. In all honesty, I'm surprised they did that.
But no, they all came out in black, like they were wearing like all black, like it was like they were going to a funeral. It's just hilarious because like they keep it like, oh my God, we're going to lose all of our rights. It's like, what rights? Like that's the one thing that people could never tell me when they're like, oh, we don't have as many rights as other people. I'm like, what rights don't you have in this country that other people supposedly do? No one can ever answer that question. If you guys
don't you dare use logic on those people. Hey, they can't read.
Yo, chat, hear me out, chat, because that's what the kids like to scream at each other in class. Bunch of weirdos. If anybody could please point out something that I have the right to that somebody else doesn't in this country, or vice versa, please, I would love to be enlightened.
You have the right to be an attorney, so
that's all that matters. No, you have the right to an attorney, not to be one. I mean, you have the right.
You do have the right to be an attorney, though. That's the thing.
It's true, but that does because not everybody should be allowed to become an attorney.
That's also
21
true.
Jump Street, Kendo.
You have to take a
2012.
Oh yeah, true. Never mind. My bad. Forgive me.
I just said, anytime somebody says about the right to an attorney, I'm like, you do have the right to be an attorney, and they just look at me, and I'm like, you haven't watched the fucking movie, but okay, whatever.
That's true. Canon Beltron, you do have the right to be your own attorney. It's never a good idea. It's always advisable not to be your own attorney because it usually never goes well.
Never.
It's like that Vin Diesel movie with the terrible wig. He plays his own lawyer.
Oh yeah, Find Me Guilty or whatever.
Yeah, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
I have not watched it, nor will I ever, because Vin Diesel with hair just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I remember looking at that cover and I was like, that can't be Vin Diesel. There's no way that's Vin Diesel. Like I had to keep staring at it. I was looking at an illusion or something. It doesn't exist. I don't know where this came from. It was just horrible to look at.
Now, our friend Rod Thunderheart, who's been a member for 12 months, says, "Hail, see-through love plug. A Spanish teacher can become invisible when angry, but when aroused, it happens uncontrollably. Is shocked to discover the hot new gym teacher is blind, but can see her from Friesen Press." Rod, I have a copy of your book. I don't have it next to me because I moved my library into the living room, but I own your book in hardback.
I bet you do. This reminds me of all the monster fetish stuff that all the females are reading now. That's really, really weird.
Wait, that's a thing?
It is. It's very strange. Oh, dear God.
No. Tell me a little more about this monster fetish stuff, and we're going to make some, dime novel quality books, and we're gonna start pumping those out, and we're gonna build an empire.
Oh, you mean like okay, yeah, no, I'm down with that. Yeah, I'll look, I'll try to get on some Reddit threads and see what filthy shit they're into.
Every book we sell smells like pumpkin spice. It's like when you open up, it's like a candle store.
God.
That's $1 trillion concept.
Oh, it 100% is. 100% is. You put it next to the checkout at Kroger's, they'll snatch it right up.
You have it like as an ad on DoorDash because those people aren't going to leave their fucking house. I can't leave. I'm oppressed. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Get in your Toyota and drive down there.
That's what we'll do. We'll just put it on the cork board at Whole Foods. They'll love it.
Oh yeah. We should just get a license or just an exclusive deal with Whole Foods. They'll love us. They'll think we're going to stop there. And just, I'm there for what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Shrubbles 08. Oh, you lucky bastard. Hey, WCBS. I'm in New Orleans for a conference. I'll take a Joe Rogan Battleshits and a Who Is That? Buffalo Jeff, please. Yeah, dude, you are in the best food city in America. If you can make the trek out the Willie Mae's Scotch House, you will not regret any bite of food.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, go to Harris for the breakfast buffet. It was.
Oh, my God, dude. They had mimosas by the pitcher. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and it wasn't like those mimosas that we got at that other place that were totally watered down. These were like the real...
No. The first, 3 or 4 pitchers were fine. Then once they knew that, we then it was watered down.
Yeah, they realized that the endless mimosas for us was a losing proposition for them.
Yeah. By the way, it's called Tableau. So if you want to avoid the restaurant that will cut you off.
Although, and
the food was great.
In their defense, their food was fantastic. The fried oysters, eggs Benedict was incredible.
But one thing I didn't like is that as soon as they saw us in a wrestling shirts, they just kind of looked down at us. I was like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, they made us go upstairs and sit out on the balcony. It's like, you guys realize you're doing us a favor, actually, by shunning us.
Yeah.
We don't want to be in your hoity-toity establishment. We just want to eat your food and leave.
Yeah, we just want to eat your food.
To eat here.
Oh no, we all could. Yeah, we all could. So it was just funny. It was funny as hell because they were just like, they're not gonna be able to afford anything. We kept ordering the nicest shit, and we paid and even put a tip on it.
We even got dessert.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
we are world class after all, folks.
Yeah, it's like I have no qualms about ordering this $30 breakfast that probably only should cost me $5, but I will do it anyway.
And it was wonderful.
I ate a $12 bowl of soup. Back then, that was expensive. Today, it's not.
Today, it's not.
It was like, $12 for soup. Yes, that's my meal. Soup.
But hey, that Harris buffet was $30 all you can eat for breakfast, and it was $36.
Oh my God!
To get it with the endless mimosas.
Dude, we were so drunk on.
Oh, dude, it was great.
I wanted to be like, I'll take 2, not because I need them, but that's because that's a bargain.
That's when you brought the cart of alcohol, and we would just wake up folks. When I mean a cart of alcohol, Kendo asked us. This
is a hotel luggage cart from the bottom to the top, just beer, beer. And once again, Kendo, we're awing in the spectacle of what you did. We're not making fun. We said yes, bring beer, and you went above and beyond like you truly do.
I asked, fucking epic. Is there anything I should bring? And you guys said bring beer. I said, how much do I need to get? And you said enough for us to last for the weekend. So I'm like, let's see, there's me, Jeff, Nick, Dion, Dan's there. He doesn't really drink. Joel's there. He doesn't really drink. So that's 6. So really 4 of us that are going to drink beer for the whole weekend. I'm going to be there Friday, Saturday, leaving on Sunday. So 2.5 days. So that's why I bought $500 worth of beer. I got
it was glorious.
I was like, look, glorious. I need 12 to 15 cases of just various different shit. So I don't know how much it was. I went to Sam's and just stocked up. I got 15 cases of beer, bottles and cans.
Your Corona-ritas?
Yeah,
dude,
it was shit, and I just was everything. Let's go. I'll worry about this when I get home.
Yeah, it was everything, and it was glorious. It was epic on a level I've never seen before. I was in awe of what it was.
Yeah, you guys didn't believe me when I said the beer's in the car. I got to get one of those luggage carts to get everything, and you're just like, what? And yeah, Dion went with me to go get it. So we had to.
And then you guys had trouble bringing it through the door, gingerly putting it in the room. I was like, dear God,
it was 5 stacked high across the whole thing of all this.
Oh yeah,
we had so much beer, folks, that there was beer left over on the Monday morning when I left, and I think they left on Monday afternoon or maybe on Tuesday, and there was still beer that they had to put in the car to take home with them to not waste it. Because I left on Monday afternoon. I was just like, I'm going home. It's a 7-hour drive back up to St. Louis. I'm heading out.
Yeah, we had wait, I drove most of that trip. Fuck. Anyway, here's your buttons, Troubles 08.
So have you ever done DMT?
And here's your other request.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
me, your old pal Buffalo Jeff.
Dion not here.
He's in my basement, bro.
We need the other one. I want the Diglett.
Wait. Oh. The other, who's that Pokemon?
Yeah.
Where's the Diglett one?
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Dead.
No, the other Diglett one.
Oh, the other Diglett. Got it. Right.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, that one. I want that one. That's a good one.
Oh God.
John Thomas, thank you very much for all your super chats. John says this time, Meathead fled back to X from Blue Sky because of toxic people. Clownfish looked and it was leftist LOL. It isn't profanity, but some kind of movies with diddling. Ew. All right, we're not going there.
Nope.
Yeah. Like when I saw people were flocking to Blue Sky, I keep looking at the numbers. I'm just like, I don't feel like trying to operate another social media account.
That's
I just
why we
care.
don't have a Discord, because remember when we were getting ready to launch ours, there was that controversy about people posting fucked up shit. We're like, we are not getting involved with this kind of stuff, and that's why we don't have a Discord, folks. Sorry, like I guess we should, because it was years ago. And
Shitty people ruin things.
Yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, we need to get the Discord going.
Yeah, Nick will quit his job and he'll just spend all day monitoring the Discord.
We should just hire. We'll buy Pete a lifetime supplies of turkeys to shove up his ass, and then he'll do it for us.
Be like, Pete, you don't have a job. He's got a half a job, but be like, Pete, you don't have to do anything. You just can stay home all day, sit on these turkeys, and just monitor our Discord, and we'll give you a turkey a week.
It'll be like a reverse Queen Alien thing.
Yeah. He'll do it. I know Pete very well. He'll do it.
He will.
I have to actually message him back. He sent me a voice message like 2 days ago, and I forgot to respond. It's the one that I sent you guys, Nick, about the meme that I took forever to realize what it was.
Oh.
That was wonderful.
I felt very let's get it started when I saw that on the TV, and I was just like, shit, how did I miss this?
That's hilarious.
Xavier God asks, so Tyson and Austin versus the Paul brothers at WrestleMania?
No. We don't need that.
God.
We don't need that. We didn't even need the Tyson Paul fight. I thought we needed it. I thought we wanted it until it happened.
Yeah, I didn't really have a great time watching that. I thought the two women boxers was the best fight on the show.
The one before that was really good too.
Yeah, apparently, apparently Netflix couldn't handle more than 60 million people watching live because the whole thing went to shit. And now the NFL's up their ass and making sure that they can actually fix it. And I think it's Christmas Day they're gonna have a live football thing on Netflix, and they're wondering if they can even
Yeah, Chiefs and Steelers.
Okay.
So I've got skin in the game for that one too.
Yeah, and they're wondering if the system will be okay enough for them to have that game or not. So we'll see. They got a month or so to figure it out.
I don't think streaming is what we've been sold the entire time, and a lot of us know that. But
no, it isn't. It never has been. It's been the downfall of a lot of things, actually.
It kind of sucks beehole if you look at it, because it's like I watched a really good video on YouTube about why DVDs are better than streaming, And it's like the guy's argument was funny, but it really wasn't the strongest argument. But it was like, well, at least if I watch a DVD, it's locked in at 480p. It doesn't fluctuate like streaming. It's not garbage.
Yeah.
It's not this. It's not that.
Yeah.
And I went,
Yeah.
that's a good point, actually.
Well, and also with the Netflix app, you have to watch it a particular way to get the 4K streaming. You have to watch it, I think, through your smart TV through that app for it to broadcast 4K.
And you
because
pay
of just
to get the 4K.
Yeah, you even got a picture to get 4K, even though like it'll do it on I think it's a 25 megabyte per second router. I forget the actual numbers of it.
I actually am embarrassed to say it, but because I was so hyped for Beverly Hills Cop 4, I upgraded my Netflix to the 4K package and had brand new internet. So I was like, yes! And I'm going to get off of that 4K package because I don't even watch Netflix. My mom watches Netflix. I'm busy.
Yeah. I think my mom's got her own account, but like I haven't had one in like over a year. So I just don't.
It had been so long since I had one that I had to re-register my email address and all that other stuff. Because it's like, I tried to log in. It's like, we don't recognize your username or password. I'm like, but it's auto-saved into my phone and my passwords. But no, I had to like re-sign up everything for Netflix. So
yeah.
But we're probably not getting rid of it anytime soon because she's found a bunch of Netflix made for Netflix movies because for some reason my wife is into those. I don't know why. I will watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, because I think it's a
football game.
I think it's Cobra Kai's last season right now.
It is. So they had season 6 and it's broken up into 3 parts because a 2-part series finale season is not enough. Now we have to do it in 3 parts. And the other day, one of the kids at school was like, "Oh my God, did you see the new Cobra Kai?" So I'm like, dude, stop. One, you're spoiling things. Don't spoil. I haven't even watched the first part of the last season. So, I mean, you could spoil it for me. I'm not going to get that upset. But one of your classmates might. And I don't want to fill out the paperwork for why they beat the crap out of you in class.
Oh, man. Yeah, and it's funny is that, like, they keep upping the price and they keep dwindling down the stuff you can watch. And I hate when I was like, man, I feel in the mood to watch this movie. And then, like, it's nowhere. I absolutely hate that. That irks the shit out of me.
I've been enjoying like Plex, their free stuff, because the Drew Carey show is finally on streaming now.
Nice.
But only on Plex. So you
That's
just got to watch
interesting.
commercials. But that's fine. I'd rather watch a
fine.
commercial and get a show that doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah, they just need, we just need to get in living color on something besides a hard drive.
Yeah, honestly, because of music licensing, you'll never get it.
That's true.
Like, that's
true.
it. They're never going to pay the money to license, what was a big Me So Horny from 2 Live Crew. They're not going to pay that. They're just like, well, we don't need that. What they should do is they should just put the Fly Girls dancing to like random sound effects. Or like somebody beatboxing. I'd watch that.
Nobody would care. Because nobody watched it for the Fly Girls anyway.
No.
Or at least nobody that watched it and saw the Fly Girls paid attention to the music that was playing that they were dancing to. They just watched it.
That's very true.
Good old J-Lo.
That's very true. Yeah.
But you talked about the streaming falling apart for the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. I've seen a lot of people concerned in the wrestling world. Oh, when Raw launches, it's going to crash. No, the hell it's not, because there will be 1/30th of the demand.
Yeah.
Like, wrestling fans, and I'm a wrestling fan, so don't take it like I dislike wrestling, but to act like the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix is going to break records or change the world. It's on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, they're charging $5,000 to sit on the floor, but like, it's not WrestleMania. It's just another episode of Raw. There'll be commercials. It'll still be TV PG. It's still going to be 3 hours long. It's going to be it'll literally be, the only difference is it'll have a Netflix logo somewhere in the arena, and they will say, "We're on Netflix. We're on Netflix." And they're just going to promote Netflix all night long. You are not going to get some game-changing event, and not enough people are going to give a shit. If anything, people are going to look at wrestling's on Netflix. I'll watch Love is Blind. I'll watch Cake Doctor. I'll watch Great British Bake Off.
There's a show.
Max.
There's a show idea, Cake Doctor. I don't know what that would be, but I feel like they would make that.
It's us. We go to like a shitty bakery and we're like, "All right, your cake is a little dry. We're here to fix it for you." And then we bake them a cake.
So we're like,
wow,
so we're like Bar
You
Rescue,
need
but
more
just
eggs.
yes.
Did you use dark brown sugar in this? I can tell it needs light brown sugar.
It's fucking trash. We just become Gordon Ramsay as we tear apart baked goods.
That would be fun. That'd be fun to do.
Black Books is a great show on.
Oh my god, dude! Oh, I love Black Book so much. It is
guy is
hilarious. That show.
I love him in
so
Shaun
fun.
of the Dead. He's insufferable.
He is.
A failed actress and a twat. That's harsh. Your words. I never called Diana a failed actress.
Yeah. That's a great show. Actually, if that's on Netflix, I might get Netflix for like a month just to grab that off of it because it's a really good show.
While we're talking about physical media and stuff, here's something interesting. So I have some numbers for you guys.
Awesome.
So in the third quarter of 2024, DVD and Blu-ray sales in the U.S. have declined by 26%, while box office revenue has fallen by 22% year over year. Now, despite these decreases, overall home entertainment rose to $38.6 billion, up from $31 billion, because there's a shift towards digital consumption. Notably, 4K UHD catalog releases saw a 10% increase, and steelbooks grew by 25%, suggesting there's interest in high-quality physical media among collectors. So, this is good news for us. I hope we get more physical releases. Like, I'm going to pick up The Grinch. I saw that it's on Peacock, and I was like, all right, cool, I can watch The Grinch. But then I read the review of the disc, and it's like a whole different experience. It looks really great. So I thought, well, that's my favorite Christmas thing. I need to get it. You guys are all about physical media.
Well, here's the thing. I assume the Grinch you're talking about is the Jim Carrey Grinch, correct?
No, the 1966 cartoon. I hate
the good one.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know. Okay, that one's good. I highly suggest also. I think it was the newer one where Benedict Cumberbatch voiced the Grinch. That one was really fun too. It was like a
I'll watch it on
cartoon.
Netflix.
That one's pretty good. I really enjoyed that because I thought it would be kind of junk, but it was actually like really fun, and he did a really good job voicing the character. But yeah, talking about that, I might actually pick up the American Pie 4K because it's stacked with a lot of stuff as well. They have a bunch of like special features on there that I think are worth it.
That's kind of all I want these days are books and 4K discs.
Yeah, it's funny because Synapse put out Trick or Treat, the one with the metalhead rocker that comes back to life through a record in it. That's the one they put out. And it was limited to I think 1,000, and it went like that. Every single box, all of it went in like an hour. So I mean, things like that happen. Even look at Vinegar Syndrome or anything else like Shout Factory. Like all of them, whenever they do sales and stuff like that, or even Arrow, they all go out like they go crazy. So I mean, there's still a demand for it.
Oh God, yeah. My problem recently was all these, and I apologize to anybody out there who's in this camp, but please hear me out. So many people could not wait for Deadpool and Wolverine's price to be normalized that they all bought the 4K Steelbook at $65.
Jesus.
I hope you guys realize that now every new movie Steelbook is going to be $65 because you couldn't wait for the hype of Deadpool and Wolverine to chill the fuck out. You fucked all the collectors with your desire to have it on day one and show it off. Look what I got. I don't care what you got. What you got us is double the price on movies. Thank you so much. Now the sales are going to continue to increase because you want to get the James Bond box set? $900. That's how it's going to be now. Like that's really what 4K is going to become. It's going to price out.
You want to get a nice little box set that I'm assuming is going to be nice of a very little known TV show that's never been widely distributed. I have one showing up on Monday at the old address because for some reason Amazon locked that in, so I will have to break through the gate. It is the Legend of Zelda TV show.
Oh,
so
nice.
They released that on DVD. I don't know if it's the first time or not, but Amazon had it on pre-order, and I ordered it along with another box set of 1987 cartoon Ninja Turtles because I only have 3 of those on box set so far. But this is a different packaging, so that and the other one's 1,200. Well, no, now it's fucking 1,800 miles away. Shit. So that one's like really far away. So I got a different one as well as buying another box set of Voltron because that other one is, 1,800 miles away. But
I think
the Zelda one's coming out, and I can't wait to get it because I probably haven't seen that cartoon in 35 years, maybe.
You'll remember why you haven't watched it in 35 years.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm not expecting it to be good at all. It's more of a just what.
Well, excuse me, Princess.
I think Shout Factory is doing between 30 and 60% off of their box sets right now on the website. So go check them out.
Yeah. We need Nick, help us get one of those stupid codes for when people buy physical media. We should get a kickback. We promote shit like it's
I think Arrow Films has one, and it's like all you have to do is sign up, and they give you a little code for it. Like that happens.
All right.
There's a code for that for Arrow Films or whatever. So
I bought some other movies.
yeah, I think they have the Demolition Man 4K right now, the box set. That's like really nice. I might get that because I really love me some 90s action movies, some crazy ones.
I've been enjoying the Christmas movies I bought. And after Thanksgiving, I'm going to finally allow myself to fully watch Christmas Vacation because I have a rule: no Christmas movies before Thanksgiving.
That's
a good rule. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching Christmas movies here, specifically Ernest Saves Christmas, and maybe Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's the only two that.
Did you hear about the about the remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night?
What?
Didn't they do that with Silent Night, Deadly Night too? Garbage Day, more garbage, more day.
No, apparently the Terrifier team is going to remake Silent Night, Deadly Night. So.
I want the Terrifier team to go away forever. I'm tired of them.
Yeah, I mean they're making money, they're blowing up. That's great, but like that movie's already the first one's already good. You don't need to remake it. Like it's fine.
And
it in fact
of a movie. You can't just have it be gore porn for 2 hours. Like I hate this shit.
That's what it's going to be. But even then, like that movie started a controversy and almost killed horror entirely because of what happened. Like it was,
dude, the 80s,
it was insane.
Like, religious whatever of the 80s was insane. Like
it was
those old people, man. Now that they've kind of died out, people are more mellow about these movies.
Yeah. But yeah, with the Satanic Panic and that thing, and I think it was funny because like the trailer showed Santa like killing people or something, or Santa in blood or whatever, and parents went apeshit, and they actually like found the address somehow with the yellow pages like of the production company and wrote letters, like constant letters to these people, like handwritten letters, and kept mailing it to them. It was hilarious, but it almost killed the movie and killed horror in the 80s and in Hollywood forever because of what happened.
But then it gave us the greatest sequel of all time.
It did.
I mean, I love that movie unironically.
Oh yeah,
it's terrible. Yeah, it is, but it's fun to watch.
Actually, I think that guy's going to be in Knoxville when they're showing Silent Night, Deadly Night 1. I need to check and see what the actual information is. Yeah, either it's part 1 or part 2 they're showing, and like the main actor or something. Somebody's going to be there from it. It's funny because the grandpa from the first one is the guy who owns pine trees in Back to the Future Part 1. Yeah.
Crazy droid. Yeah. My pine, why you? You know what's great about Silent Night, Deadly Night? We have a button.
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Had to dust that one off.
I love it. Nick, one week I'm going to troll the audience. I'm going to upload like as long as a clip as I can. So when you think it's the Garbage Day button, it's just going to keep playing the movie because nobody's going to file for a copyright claim on that piece of shit. They're embarrassed they own it. They're like, "Oh, that's in our catalog. Here, take it, please. I don't care."
Yeah, that's true. God, yeah, but it's become a cult film. It's one of those things that happened after a while. People
Watch. Keep talking for a second about it.
Yeah, I mean it's just one of those things. Like, and if you haven't seen it, you don't know what it is. It's basically just a guy in a room recapping the first movie for, I want to say half of that movie.
It's 40 minutes of a recap, and then the final 20 are the actual good parts. But Nick, I have a Silent Night, Deadly Night action figure.
I love it. I love it.
I have both. This is the first guy. What's this one? Because Ricky's the brother in part 2.
Ricky's the brother. That's what's the name?
Not Bobby. Billy.
It
says it on the back of it. But yeah, I got the Silent Night, Deadly Night Billy figure. But a couple years ago, Nick, when they released that Blu-ray box set on, was it Shout Factory with the doll?
Yeah.
I bought that because I have an Eric Freeman at home.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Is it wrong that I wanted to get a custom-made sweater so I can relive the Garbage Day scene? Because he's just dressed as Santa Claus. I wanted him to Garbage Day outfit.
Oh god! Speaking of sweaters, Fright Rags put out the one for Black Christmas. African American Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It looks really. It's basically just the poster like on the front and the back. It looks really cool, but the only problem is that it's $75.
No. I'm not cheap, but goddamn, I'm not paying $75 for a sweater.
And from Fright Rags, like their quality's kind of gone down, and I feel like it would just be one of those like really cheap like Spirit Halloween sweaters. I feel like it would be that, and it just wouldn't be worth it. Would not be worth it at all.
Is it safe to say none of us enjoy the Saw movies, Nick?
I'll say this: the first one's good. First one's really good, and then it's
I'll
just
go with that.
it's torture porn after that, and I'm just not a fan. It's just mutilating people for 90 minutes, whatever.
Yeah, the first one was fun because it was different, it was new.
Yeah,
And then after that, it essentially it turned into Final Destination.
I actually like the Final Destination movies because.
What I was gonna say is Final Destination was something new. It was inventive, but then they had to keep upping themselves with the absurdity for the ones after that, like how people die. Saw did the same thing. Saw the first one was new and creative and inventive. It was something different. And then after that's like we have to learn we have to dial this up. We have to make this more gory, more difficult, more different. And that's Hey, there's a black guy.
Hi, African
oh
American.
my God, where has he been? Where, have you been lost, my friend?
No, not well. First time was because my birthday. Second time I was gonna come back, but I ended up getting having too much fun. And,
you fell asleep. You fell asleep. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
And then tonight, I ended up going seeing Wicked. I had some drinks beforehand. Came home talking about it, and then Hillary pissed me off. I was like, I'm going to show anyway.
How much of the songs did you know already when you went in to watch the movie?
I knew a couple of them. Like I knew of Wicked. I like musicals, but I was never like hardcore into Wicked.
You're musical people.
Yeah,
that's true. We are.
They did that whole moment, and I look at Hillary, and she's just bawling. So,
like in tears.
Yeah.
Was your theater like packed out for it being a Thursday?
For being a Thursday, it was really good. It wasn't packed, but it was. I mean, I'd say it was like 75% full. And
so on a scale of 1 to the Titanic, how many middle-aged white women were there?
That's the real scale.
From 1 to Titanic, I'll give you Maverick starring Mel Gibson.
That's a good movie, though.
It is.
Yeah. Richard Donner's the man. Oh, Dion, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you actually give the movie? Like honest review.
Listen, I know down to from the tip of her head to the soles of her feet, Hillary would give it a 10 out of damn 10. But realistically, I'd give it. I give it a 7.5. It was good. I liked it.
Is it better than The Crow?
Oh, way better than the fucking Crow.
That's all I needed to hear.
It was a whole movie from beginning to end that made sense in the world that was living, not some Green Day music video.
Oh, come on. They played Enya in that movie. Don't wait.
They did play fucking Enya.
Green Day. They suck too.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Dion, we're glad to have you back. We're talking real quick. Here's a short one. So, guys, we just talked about physical media. Apparently, Sony is reportedly in talks to acquire a big corporation called Kadokawa, which is a major Japanese conglomerate, and they have a lot of holdings in anime, manga, and gaming. They own From Software, which publishes games like Elden Ring, and it just goes to make a big company even bigger. So, if Sony corners the market on anime, do you think it's going to jack up the price, or do you think it's just going to, be put behind a paywall or put on a streaming service?
I hope it's not put in the streaming service. I hope they have physical releases. I really do. If
they're smart, they'll do that. But
it's Sony.
Typically isn't smart, so they'll make a streaming service that nobody wants called Sony Plus, and they'll put it there.
Yeah, I think Crackle just left Roku because it's no longer on mine anymore. But apparently, I think it's still a thing or whatever. So.
Crackle,
yeah.
I forgot about.
Well, it's funny because Crackle
is most of the world.
That's true. Crackle left because it was a free one. Freevee left Amazon, so you have to watch all of the free stuff on Amazon Prime. So a lot of these companies are killing off their free option. That was like another app. They're just wanting to put it in all of their stuff, I guess. The only free one, well, the only couple of free ones now are Pluto TV and Tubi. So
I do like Tubi.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
But anime is becoming it is the big form of entertainment right now. So I just hope Sony doesn't fuck it up like they fuck up gaming, because
Oh, you know they're going to. It's going to happen. Like
Yeah, well, like my grandmother used to say, wish in one hand and shit in the other.
See which fills up quicker.
Yeah.
Now,
Let's not forget we're talking about Sony here.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, I feel like people of her generation might not like Sony for many reasons, Kendo. For reasons that will live in infamy.
Never forget.
Never surrender. Let's move on to something that Dion would like. Dion, apparently, our boy Casper Van Dien, a.k.a. Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers, has an idea that he wants to see the television series of Starship Troopers brought to life. Now, I know we'd all watch it. I'm excited just at the concept. But what are some folks in the chat? What are some sci-fi series that you'd love to see made into a television series? And what are some ones that would make horrible television series? Like, Nick, would a Fifth Element TV show work?
Oh God, no. I mean, the only way that would work is if you made it. It could only be so long, but it would have to be about Leela coming back and then the stones being like put somewhere else because the bad guys in the universe know where it is and they have to like find it and they're getting chased. It would literally be about the stones like not falling into the wrong hands and being put somewhere permanent that they can find it in another 5,000 years. That's what it would be. That's what it would be about.
Well, you're the resident Fifth Element expert on the channel. That's why I threw it to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I've watched the movie a lot. I've even listened to the commentary and stuff. I love that movie.
It's a great film. I really don't have anything bad to say about it.
It is. I've got the very nice 4K disc of it, and I watch it a lot. It's awesome.
I have that same release, and I don't really watch it, but it doesn't mean I dislike it.
Dude, it's such a good movie. I love it so much. It's great. That same director did like I think a French movie a few years after, like about 10 years after that, and it was like.
You mean Valerian?
Was it him? No, there was another one that I saw that was French, and it was like batshit crazy. I'll have to find it and tell you about it. It was really nuts.
Because Luc Besson's the director. He's done tons of shit.
Okay.
Like he did Leon the Professional. Let's see what Luc Besson did off the top of my head. Didn't he do La Femme Nikita?
The show?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Professional, The Fifth Element, Dogman Lucy, Valerian, The Big Blue, La Femme Nikita, Anna, Arthur and the Invisibles, Taxi, not the Jimmy Fallon one, The Messenger, which was the story of Joan of Arc.
Yep.
I guess he produced Taken and The Transporter. Yeah, dude's been
okay.
His filmography is impressive as hell. And he
Dude can make some movies. Hit or miss, but Dude can make some freaking movies.
Yeah. I don't have a favorite Luc Besson film outside of The Fifth Element. A Waterworld television series. How about that?
A Waterworld television series. Sadly, that would work.
Yeah, no.
I feel because all would be is them finding dry land and then like defending it or finding fuel or finding food. Like it would just be about. It would basically be, what the hell is that new show that was on Amazon about the video game and like the apocalypse of the world or whatever? I can't Fallout. It would just basically be Fallout but on water. That's all it would be. It would just be Fallout on water.
Yeah, I mean pretty
horrible.
much.
It would be terrible. It would but they would make it because they can stretch it that far.
I would just like to apologize. I own Waterworld on 4K.
Listen, Waterworld is a fun, stupid movie. You should not be ashamed.
But I also love that Universal in California still has the Waterworld like stunt show.
They got rid of the Miami Vice one for that.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a great time.
I did too.
That shit was ridiculous.
Oh man, it was just one of those things where it's like it's still going on, isn't it? Okay.
I bought a Dennis Hopper Waterworld figure off eBay a few years ago. That's because the old Deadpool that I was in that is kind of defunct now. The very first year they did it, the first person that died was Dennis Hopper, so we called it the Dennis Hopper Memorial Trophy. So instead of having like a little football player on the top of it, we were going to put the Waterworld figure on the top of it.
Why didn't you get the Dennis Hopper Koopa figure? That actually looks just like
Oh
him.
my god.
It's actually not a bad idea. So when we reboot the Deadpool, and we will call it the Dennis Hopper Memorial Trophy, and we'll get the King Koopa figure to put on it.
Here he is, right here. Look at that. That's Dennis Hopper.
God, that's awesome.
Okay. So
That is awesome.
we will get that, and I will just get your rosters ready, boys. We'll that could be our New Year's end of the year show, as we can do a recording of the first ever World Class Bullshitters Deadpool.
Yeah, and the winner gets In-N-Out Burger.
Hey, you guys, any of you guys come out here, I will take you to In-N-Out Burger. It's fine. I've got extra bedrooms. Feel free to stay.
11
days, whatever. You know, WrestleMania is right around the corner, but the tickets are expensive as shit. So if you want, you could still come out here for that weekend, and we can go down to Allegiant Stadium so you can say you've been to WrestleMania, maybe just didn't go inside.
I mean, you're really tempting me because I thought we could buy tickets on the day of Dion so we can keep our tradition alive, because the demand is not there. Like, not to get into wrestling too much, folks, because we are going to talk about Linda McMahon is now going to be the Secretary of Education. But I don't want to pay $2,000 to sit at WrestleMania. So I'll pay like $500 to go for 2 nights, but not $1,000. That's my limit. Like, and
look, you come out here, you gamble, because that's what we do in this town, on the fact that the tickets will, bottom out, and if it works out, great. You get to go to WrestleMania. If it doesn't, you can pretty much just hang out here and drink beer on the patio with me.
All right, fine. I'm putting it out there. I'll be there either way.
The same thing happened with the first F1 race out there.
That's coming up again this week. I think it starts today or tomorrow.
It starts very soon. But when the F1 thing happened, people got pissed off on like the tickets. The tickets, like they charge so much for rooms with windows, and then everyone's like, yeah, fuck you. And then like the prices bottomed out. It was hilarious.
The prices were still semi-ridiculous this year too.
But they'll bottom out as well. Trust me, like, because people just don't want to fucking pay it. They just don't want to do it, man.
No, like I was thinking about that. I'm like, it'd be kind of cool because at least I don't have to pay for a room. I can just drive home afterwards. Mm-hmm. And even then, like, tickets in the like not even great area were still a few $100s. I'm like, I really don't need to go that bad.
Yeah. I mean, if you can go to just like kind of the I guess the outside area, or even on the day where they're just running the cars through the track, just to kind of like train them on the stuff like the day before the actual race, it's worth it doing that.
Or what I can do is I can set up my own shop and be like, look, here, you want to see some sites that are close to where the F1 race is but have historical value? Come see me. For $100, I'll show you where Tupac got. It's right over here. I think it's Flamingo and Corval.
Oh, my God.
I made absolutely sure one day when I drove past her to send Loudy a message and say, hey, I just drove past where Tupac got it.
That's hilarious. Oh, God. You know what? This is back to our conversation. Inception would make a terrible show. Inception that
would be an awful show.
Well,
it'd be horrible.
You know what? I argue against it. If you took it as serious as you took the movie, and it would be a very expensive ass show, it would be fun seeing these mercenary inceptionists. Go and incept this billionaire's daughter to marry this one dude instead of this other dude. Like that would be pretty fun.
An Inception of the week? I'm there.
Inception of the week. Oh God, Inception of the week. How about
what if we changed it from Inception to Conception?
I'm there.
License to print money, guys.
Oh my God. How about let's see, what is this? Pacific Rim, the TV show.
What if?
Isn't that a thing?
What if?
I don't know if it is or not.
What if it was a reality show? Reality show, and it's about like a rim shop, and it was called Pacific Rim Jobs.
I'd watch it.
See, license to print money. So people come in and they get a rim job on their car. It's great.
You gotta tell people driving away too, because they'll be like, it's false advertising. Oh my God!
They want to get rims, so you go to a place to get a rim job. I mean, I don't. What are you talking about, Nick?
Hey, it's a scientific adventure in and of itself.
Yeah, I think Vin Diesel should be on that show.
Yeah, they'll have their own coffee bar with a tossed salad station.
No. Vin Diesel and Exhibit both need to be on that fucking show.
Shit.
You've just been rimmed, baby.
You've just been rimmed.
and the rim shop can have like a coffee bar and like a salad bar. So it's like, hey, I came here. I'm coming here to get a rim job. I'm having a nice tossed salad and a coffee to go with it. I mean, it's Pacific Coast, so they eat healthy, right?
Oh God, I love it
Yeah,
all.
coffee
I
and
love it. I love it all. Oh, jeez. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other sci-fi movies. We could make a terrible show out of
Blade Runner would be a fun show.
Blade Runner would just be Cyberpunk, the TV show, which I'd be down for.
But Blade Runner would be bitching because he could be after 12 replicants, and every episode he's hunting down a replicant, and then he gets 3 in one episode, and then the final 3 episodes are just him going after Roy Batty, excuse me.
Yeah,
that could have been cool.
Yeah, dude. And it could be, you can have different types of replicants. You know, some that are medical replicants, some that are, anti-terrorist or some crazy shit replicants. That would be a fun episodic thing, man.
Dude, there was what was it? There was a Carl Urban show that he did that kind of reminded me of that, where he's like where he had the robotic
partner.
sidekick.
Yeah, Almost Human. Was that the show?
Yes. Actually, I rewatched
in that.
Yeah, I rewatched that recently, and it's not that bad. I don't know why it got canceled. Like, it was actually really good.
It's Fox, man. Fox does not need much to cancel a show.
And it was like I rewatched it, and I was just like, a lot of that shit is coming to fruition. Like, it's really weird. Like,
Welcome to the future, baby.
It's very, very strange. But it was like I rewatched it on Tubi, and I was like, this is a really good show. This is really good.
Yeah, man, I remember that. I think that came out right after Devin was born, and we all were watching that show, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. But
I think Michael Ealy was his replicant partner.
Yeah. And dude, it was actually a wonderful show, but it was like 12 episodes, and I think only 10 aired. But they couldn't get a lot out because, like you said, it's Fox. So
yep, they will take any excuse to cancel the show.
Yeah, Michael Ealy was the dude.
I gotta say, a Judge Dredd TV show would be bitching if done right.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. And do it with Carl Urban. Obviously, The Boys is very successful. So
Carl Urban will do TV, so it's not like it's out of the question. Put that shit on HBO.
Yeah,
not Max, just on HBO proper. Like, make you pay for cable again to get the Judge Dredd TV series. I'd do it.
Yeah, of course, that'd be great.
I'm glad everybody likes some of these sci-fi questions. The Dune TV show, I haven't watched that one yet. But yes, Rim Jobs is from Saints Row, which is a great game. It's better than Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, but this was Pacific Rim Jobs. It's different.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get sued, you should change it to Specific Rim Jobs.
Okay. South Pacific Rim Jobs.
South Pacific.
I was trying to come up with that same joke. I was like, how can I make a specific Rim Jobs joke? My man beat me.
Specific Rim Jobs.
Isn't every rim job specific? If you think about it,
I would hope so.
Don't accidentally.
It's like that.
I hope we're not. I hope we're not trying to clean these rims in the dark. That you don't want to miss a spot. It's going to be really difficult.
First.
God damn it! Oh God!
Our audience is
tires on
disgusted.
cars. I don't know why you guys are making a bigger deal of it. It's just tires on cars.
What about the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension? Could that be a good show?
Only if you bring back the original actors, but they're like.
What if you do a Pluto Nash TV show?
Well, Kendo, that's a great idea.
It wouldn't take much to be better than what we originally freaking got.
That's true. That's true.
That is Eddie Murphy's worst film, just flat out.
Easily, hands down.
Could you make
one of those "What were you thinking?" type of questions to go with that movie?
Yeah,
could you make a They Live TV show?
Yes, you could very well, because it'd be a lot like V.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because I think a They Live show could work for so many seasons if you introduce the John Nada character, but you don't have him go to the TV station like at the end of the movie. Like, you do a season where, like, he comes back and he notices the changes, and maybe mid-season is when he gets the sun. Well, like 2 episodes in, he gets the sunglasses. And him and, was it Frank? Is that Keith David's character's name?
I think so.
Frank Armitage, right?
Yeah.
Like, they could team up and it could be them like fighting these monster or these aliens, and they're building their way up to the big finale, and then the show could end with them exposing everything. And hell, I would actually like to see a post exposure episode of They Live. I'd like to know what happened the week after the movie happened, you know?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah, oh, yeah.
fallout from everything being exposed. That'd be fantastic.
That's the show that I would want. It'd be like the next day, whether you want to do something where, you know, he got shot or whatever, and, you know, I don't know how you would continue if you want to keep that character. But yeah,
well, since Piper's dead, you just have somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Someone else picking up the fight or whatever, or maybe it's, you know, it's, I don't know. It would be fun to see the next few days for sure.
Oh no, definitely. I was about to say, oh, there needs to be a Total Recall TV show. There was one.
Yeah. Late to the party there, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on Showtime. It was called Total Recall 2049. It was not good. I think it lasted like 2 seasons, maybe 3, but it was iffy. It was the same time I think it was the same time when like Stargate was starting up on Showtime as well, but they all got ported to. But I think that show ended before they got ported to Sci-Fi.
It's from 1999.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, how many seasons
from 1990 was great?
How many? I think it was. I want to say it's 2 seasons. I think it was.
It has 22 episodes.
So one season.
And it lasted from January to June of 1999.
Yep.
It was on. Who the hell's even in this piece? Michael Easton, Carl Pruner, Cynthia Preston. I don't know any of these people.
Yeah. It was like the peak of like those 90s actors, and then like it ruined their career. They never did anything.
This guy's photo looks fake. Tell me this guy doesn't look like an AI generated person.
It looks like somebody's like, "Hey, draw me the Fonz," and they started, but then they went completely.
But like it's like draw me the Fonz, but like from Spain. Like that's
right.
what they want. Yeah,
He's from the Mediterranean.
Yeah, Elfons. That's who it is.
Oh, Alfonso Ribeiro. No, Elfons.
All right, here's the last one I'll ask about. Fantastic Voyage show.
I mean, we already had Osmosis Jones.
Okay, but this is people getting shrunk down in a government facility to go inside people's bodies and like shoot cancer with laser guns.
Only if they go like a suppository. I would watch that show. Like, all right, we're gonna shrink you down. We're gonna put you in this submarine, and we're gonna put you in.
You gotta. They put them on a gerbil, and they have to ride these like little gerbil saddles in.
Oh, so this is a Richard Gere show.
It's a Richard Gere joint.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. All right.
Or we just get Trey Parker and Matt Stone on the line if we could, and say, hey, we have an idea for a Lemmy Winks TV show that crosses over with like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type of vibe.
It's gold. It's money.
Oh man, jeez, that'd be great.
AI's first attempt to draw Balky Bartakamoose. That guy does look like Balky Bartakamoose.
Actually, you know what? Perfect Strangers could be remade now with just like a roommate and a robot. Like you could just do that now.
What's the dark twist? Your guys.
I don't know. Like there are several dark twists you could go. Like the roommate's a hacker and then hacks the robot to like have 2 personalities. The robot's defective, and you know every now and again he kills somebody, but nobody knows. He doesn't even know himself, and nobody knows because he erases memory or something. I don't know. There's several ways it could go.
I just want them to keep the theme song. The exact same recording. Sometimes
yes,
the world looks
they
perfect.
have to. They have to keep the theme song. That's how you let that show start. Yeah,
that is one of the few television or sitcom theme songs that I can just every word, every inflection. I love Perfect Strangers. There's been a push to like make Perfect Strangers part of these sitcoms. It was in Only Murders in the Building. It was in something else recently.
They've recalled it like in every season in that show. It's been kind of strange, but good. So,
it was great. I'm glad you watched it and liked it,
dude. It saved me when I was sick because I was watching it when I finally got a little bit better, and I was like, as I was watching it, I was just like, this is a great show. I'm going to sit here and watch it. and it was just so fun to watch that. And all the 3 characters were like wonderful. It's such a great show. I can't wait. She's in season 5. I can't wait.
The fucking doorman. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I know. That made me kind of mad. I'm like, why him? What did he do?
I think the chat's perfect though. A Men in Black television series would be
Don't
fantastic.
don't get me started.
Oh, yeah.
I've been pushing that since the beginning of the show.
Dude, yeah.
It would be incredibly easy to do, and if they did it correctly, it would be so much fun. You know?
I think they should keep the theme song.
Ooh, from the cartoon?
No, okay, that would be cool, but I wouldn't mind if they used a slight, like, slowed down or scary instrumental of the Will Smith song, but no lyrics. Just the doom, doom, doom.
Okay, yeah.
Because I love the Men in Black song. I don't care what Will Smith did, said, or slapped. That song is always going to be played for me.
Yeah.
So then, would you say that song slaps?
I was going to say that, but then I realized I'm too old for that, Kendo. So I did.
You should be. You could. I'm glad you did, because yes, you are way too old to say that shit.
Honestly, in my 20s, I would have said that's a Black Eyed Peas song, and I wouldn't have said it anyway back then. So
yeah. One day, me and Jeff are going to go back to Universal and gather up as many neuralizers as we can and haul them back in our airplane bags.
yeah, we're gonna start a business. Neuralizers are us. Are you tired of 2025? Neuralize yourself on us.
Neuralize the Nordic crickets. We're just going to have carry on. Just bring back as many as we can. Like TS is going to be like, what is this shit? They're just toys. Don't worry about it.
No, we're like, here. This is how it works. You see this little light right here? Pew! You want to go and rethink your life because your job is pointless. I want to go and rethink my life because my job is pointless. Move along. Move along.
Yeah, no, I still love that ride, and I still love those movies and that cartoon. I really wish they would do a show. It would be so much fun. I mean, yeah, it'd be so much fun.
I want it to be darker. I don't want it to be funny. Like
I agree. No, I agree. It needs to be ever so slightly darker, but still keep the humor. You know. But like it's funny because you're describing the cartoon. Like that's what the cartoon was. The cartoon was darker, but they still kept the humor.
Show.
And it was one of those perfect kid shows that like everybody could watch it at any age, and it worked.
I watched it every week.
Yeah, even the newer movie that came out, Men in Black International, fucking retarded, took from one of those episodes.
I did not watch that movie on principle.
Yeah, I watched it because I was curious, and that, you know.
Nick, you know what my principle was?
What?
No MIB 23, no Jeff. Like, they canceled that movie,
dude,
and we got that piece of crap. MIB 23 would have literally been the greatest crossover in cinema history. Like,
I agree.
You would die laughing because I know he's an asshole, but Will Smith is funny. And if he was playing off Charming Tank Man and Jonah Hill, that would have been a 10 out of 10 comedy. And then Tommy Lee Jones being pissed off the whole time. Fuck.
He's such a yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put him
it was still yeah. But yeah, he's such a curmudgeon actor, I swear to God.
Well, since we're talking about curmudgeons, let's talk about the old lady on screen right here. Linda McMahon. So folks, we don't ever go into policy. We don't even go into politics. But this lady is a pro wrestler. She's had action figures. She's been in a video game. And she's been in... God, she is featured in the main event of WrestleMania 2000. And that is why she is now going to be the Secretary of Education. So she's 76. And because she ran the WWE, she's allegedly qualified for this. Now, I laughed. Like, I think Linda McMahon is just Linda McMahon, not a fucking politician. Were you guys laughing at this like I was?
Oh yeah, welcome to Bizarro World.
Yeah, because I keep seeing, like, you know, joke announcements for people, you know, for government. I thought, oh yeah, this is just one of them. It's funny. It's okay, whatever.
It's like that scene in Back to the Future. Jerry Lewis is the Secretary of State. Jane Wyman's the First Lady. It's like, and Linda McMahon's the Secretary of Education. Yes, the lady who helped create hot lesbian action, D-Generation X Suck It, and what is the worst moment in WWE ever, guys? Like is it
was
the
it when Mae West gave birth to the Hand?
Yeah,
Mae Young, not Mae West.
Whatever.
Oh,
you know what I meant.
Choppy about your PP.
We are evil.
That wasn't as bad as the Hand.
Yeah.
Literally talking
Or
about
the
cutting the dude's
Katie
dick
Vick.
off on television.
But the thing is, Val Venus was a porn star, so that was like his biggest asset. No pun intended. So
True.
You meant what you said.
no, I didn't. But now that you mentioned it, yeah, I did. So the choppy your pee thing was not nearly as bad as the hand, because even that got me going. Okay, this is getting kind of. Let's get it started. So, but yeah, I mean, was she there for the Katie Vick shit? Did she have her fingerprints on that
around.
one? Yeah, but I don't think she had that much of a creative role, did she?
No.
Right, yeah. She was the company part.
But let's stop looking at her political face and let's look at her action figure right here. Linda McMahon.
She has. Oh my god, she has an action figure. Oh my god.
To be fair, this wasn't released, but it was fully tooled and exists.
Oh, okay. All right.
As was pointed out earlier in the show, she did receive a pile driver from the mayor of Knox County at one point. She also pretended to be comatose while her husband was philandering with Trish Stratus, I believe.
Yep.
And then eventually rose out of her comatose state, her vegetative state in the wheelchair, to a pop that was way larger than it needed to be to cause her husband to lose a wrestling match. There's a reason why I stopped watching wrestling around that time period, and it had everything to do with the McMahons being all over the product.
Yeah, but the fact that you quit in the year 2000, which is considered the best year like ever, you really missed some good wrestling because you can't go back and watch it. You had to live through it.
No, I understand it, but I lived through the war, so I got that up on a lot of people. Like my cousin, who's like, "Oh my god, I bet the Monday Night War was cool." I was like, "Yeah, you had to live through it though. You can't appreciate it from 20 years later."
No,
But-
you really can't.
But as someone who has essentially skin in the game of her position, potentially as the head of the Secretary of Education, let me just read off because I saw this pop up and I'm like, I knew she would probably get a position because she is definitely very loyal to the very bad, very mean, horrible, bad orange man. And so he's been rewarding those who are loyal to him with positions, which all good leaders do. If I became like the head of some kind of, county government, state government, whatever, I would bring you guys in as my,
Constituents.
group, my guys. I'd be like, I need advisors. I'll pick these 3 fucking yahoos that have nothing to do with this area, but I like having them around, and I trust them, and I trust that they will stand by me as the ship goes down. So I knew
Listen. If the Titanic starts to sink, I'm on a fucking lifeboat. I'm sorry.
Women and children first, Nick. Which are you?
fucking Nick going to Argentina already. God damn. So
Wait, why am I going to Argentina? What the fuck?
We can't trust you anymore, Nick.
we can't
Yeah,
exactly.
we got all
why.
these German friends.
We can't explain why there's all these German
They
people
have all
running
this
around
gold,
Argentina
though.
with
They have all
their
this gold just lying around. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And it's all in bullion. That's weird.
Why are there so many famous paintings? So, but yeah. So I knew she was going to get some position, and they said, "Oh, she's going to be the Secretary of Education." I'm like, "Huh, okay." Well, the Department of Education, for better or worse, is a bureaucratic entity that probably made me to not exist like most of them do. But then I was like, okay, so let's see what her qualifications are. Maybe she got a teaching degree. Maybe she was like a little school teacher when she married old Vinny Bank. No, I read into it a little bit more because I didn't know their backstory that much. I didn't care. But so her qualifications to be the Secretary of Education are that she spent 0 time in a classroom and has no degree or experience working with schools, which means, in my opinion, she's perfect for the Secretary of Education because most people that are in, the departments of education and the higher ups have never been in a classroom and have no idea how the shit works. So she's perfect for it. That's my position. Like, she's perfect because she has no fucking clue what it's like being in the trench. So she's perfect to be out there giving orders about what it's like to be in the trench. So there's my honest take. Because most of the people you have, folks, let me pull back the curtain for just a moment, if I may. Most of your policymakers, your school board types, and your departments of education at the local and state level have no teaching experience, have never worked in a classroom or a school for that matter. So that's why they're in positions to make educational decisions for your children.
That sounds
I feel
about
good
right.
about our future.
Yeah, and since she has none of that experience, she is perfect to be in charge of the Department of Education.
You know, when she got appointed to the small business one, I was like, you know, she did actually run the WWE with Vince, and that's
True.
$1 billion worldwide.
She has
company.
business
So I'm like,
experience.
yeah, I'm like, all right. But I just chuckled. I was like, really? We got more wrestling people? Like I said a few weeks ago, wrestling and politics are like this. And now it's literally people who have main evented or been a part of the main event of WrestleMania now run the country. Okay,
That's true.
like,
the president-elect, future second term 47th president of the United States, former 45th president of the United States, is in fact a WWE Hall of Famer.
I was there when he was inducted.
I don't see a whole lot of Major League Baseball Hall of Famers running political offices now, do you?
Right?
I mean, Darryl Strawberry should have run for something in the 90s.
Oh my god.
The border.
You joke. But when his career ended, he actually ended up settling in St. Charles County, Missouri, which is ironic because he played for the Mets and Dodgers, two teams that people in the St. Louis area completely hate. But we love Darryl Strawberry. If he would have ran for like St. Louis, like St. Charles County commissioner or something like that, dude would have won in a landslide because like his after baseball career, everybody loved him. And like you would read stories like Darryl Strawberry is like the greatest neighbor we've ever had. It's like, yeah, he seemed like a really cool dude the one time I met him too at Busch Stadium. So I would have voted for him. But yeah, no, Darryl Strawberry, you know, he's had some run-ins with the law. He knows what it's like. He's almost died. He's grateful. And Darryl Strawberry very well could have won political office in St. Louis area. But yes, anyway, Linda McMahon, perfect for Secretary of Education. Her credentials line up with somebody that should be in that position.
You know who really should have gotten the office was Scott Steiner. He's a professor.
Oh my god,
he's a genius.
No, you should have given it to Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren has a
no.
He's a doctor.
You joke, but Rick Steiner is actually on a school board in Georgia or something like that. He could have, if they would have been like, Rick Steiner is going to be the Secretary of Education. Like, well, he actually serves on a school board, which doesn't really mean tons, but at the same time, I think he actually got a degree in education or something too. So he's at least part of the brotherhood or sisterhood or personhood, whatever we call it these days.
You mean the union? The union. That's what he's part of. The union.
Hey,
you mean the union of people you ought to respect, son, or up yours?
Hey, I'm part of the union too. I pay my dues.
Are you a pro union guy?
Yeah.
Look, I've never been a pro union guy.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, do it, Kendo.
Yeah, you know, Nick, in the old days, we'd take you out back and beat you with a hose, but you got your goddamn unions now. Yes, John Thomas, it's completely the teachers that are the problem.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that the kids fail, and then if they fail, the parents come into the school and blame the teachers for the kids failing. Yeah,
yes, it's like blaming the infantry for why we lost. It's the goddamn grunts why Vietnam failed. That's their fault.
Oh, by the way, did you see the trailer I put in the chat? It was soldiers, the Vietnam soldiers going against dinosaurs.
I saw you post it. I haven't watched it yet, but that's a great concept.
I'm conflicted. Half of me wants the dinosaurs to win. The other half of me wants them to win their independence. I don't know how to feel at this point.
Take your time to really think about it.
It's some sci-fi horror movie. It's coming out, probably coming out next year.
At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, they did just win their independence, but they were also fucking commies. You can't have that. It's a terrible idea. It's a quagmire that's going to just destroy our country's morale, but they're also commies.
A Glenn, if you will. So, anything else you guys want to laugh about with Linda McMahon, or you want to move on to something else?
I don't know. I mean, I hope she does a good job.
Vince McMahon will probably get his pardon. That's the first thing that I thought of aside from the fact that she's probably extremely qualified was, well,
oh my God.
Probably means Vince McMahon gets pardoned.
It's such good shit, pal.
Oh God, if that, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Would she ask for it, or would she be like, oh fuck it, let him rot?
I mean, they're not together.
Yeah, they split up.
No,
Okay,
that's
all right.
actually the one. So that was one of the things, Nick. So everybody's kind of known. It's been one of those painful, unspoken truths in the family that mommy and daddy are not living together anymore, and that they're probably not together anymore. But we've never acknowledged it. Although today, if you used to go to Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon's like Wikipedia page, whatever, it would say married, whatever, and it would stay. It stayed there. Today, when she got announced, or was it yesterday, when she got announced Secretary of Education, suddenly now the S year 2024 has popped up. It came out that they are actually now officially separated as of this year, not
Okay.
a few years ago when they were clearly not living together and Linda was living in Florida and he was living in Connecticut or anything like that. So we got that out of it. We were able to finally get the answer to the mystery of, are the McMahons still a happy married couple, which we needed.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm glad that I can sleep now tonight knowing that.
Personally, I was rattled. I believed in the kayfabe of the HJ of their marriage.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I was like, it's her fault that he's going around shitting allegedly on people's heads.
Yeah, it's entirely her fault that her husband is a fucking psycho. Yep, got it.
His show really didn't do a lot for people talking about him. Like, it got some hype and then it went away real quick. That Netflix show. I wish it wasn't so bad.
Well,
That's because we learned nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it was stuff that people already knew. Like,
it was like talking about the Montreal Screwjob again for the 1,000th time. It's like, we know the story.
Yeah.
But I thought normies were going to become wrestling fans. That's what the WWE wanted.
That's never going to happen.
Hey, I have lately.
I mean, maybe if they frequent Netflix Live a lot, they will. But even that, I doubt.
Not for the price that shit's going to cost to visit it live or attend it live.
By the way, what are the numbers on a Raw? Like, how many people usually watch during a Raw?
Not that many. 1 million?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah, they'll be able to stream it in 4K then for those people.
Yeah,
there won't be any problems.
Yeah, that's why the wrestling fans melting down on Twitter about the Netflix buffering problems with the Paul Tyson fight. It's like, you guys are going to have any problems. Like, the NFL people bitching, that actually makes sense because during the NFL season, the top-rated shows on TV are Sunday football or Sunday night football, Monday night football. It used to be Thursday night football, Sunday midday kickoff, Sunday late kickoff. Like, the NFL dominates. They get 40 million views. So they might have buffering issues because I think the Paul Tyson fight was like, 120 million people, 60 domestic, 60 worldwide. And so the NFL might have some problems, but wrestling fans are going to have no issues streaming like in WWE.
All I've heard for the Paul fight is that 65 million was the top, and they were having buffering issues immediately once they got to 60. They were having problems once they hit 65.
That's not all you heard about the fight, did you? Because there was a lot more about that fight that you probably should.
No. Of course, I heard all the other stuff, but I was just talking about the numbers for Netflix purely about streaming and things like that, about buffering issues, about people trying to sign in, getting a little fucking loading wheel. Like, it just was terrible.
I think it was Phil that said that he was a couple minutes behind and he was having no issues. I did that because we were watching live from the get-go, and we started to run into some buffering issues towards the end of the ladies' fight. And then it really got bad when we were getting ready for the Paul fight because I guess everybody was messaging each other going, "Oh, it's about to start." It got to the point where it crashed out on me and I had to start over at the beginning. And I fast forwarded up and I stopped at 5 minutes before live, and then I had no problems during the whole fight. But with that said, I have a question for Dion. We talked about this. We definitely talked about this. Was it fixed?
And as much as I love sports conspiracies, I think it is a very high probability that it was in fact fixed. That being said, the way Mike Tyson looked, he looked and moved like an old man, and I think this is a lot. I think it's more probable that he was an old man and Jake Paul is that bad. That's a lot more probable than it being fixed where he said, "Hey, cool it. I'm not going to finish you. And, you clearly don't knock me out. And I'll give you an extra $10 million or some shit." Yeah, I think it just, we saw reality come to a screeching fucking halt.
That's kind of what I thought too, because when Tyson came down in the ring and he was standing on what I refer to as 2 pretzel rods,
Yeah.
not knowing the backstory, I'm like, when the bell rang and Tyson came out of his corner looking like Tyson, rushing his opponent, moving and throwing a couple of, quick jabs and hooks. I'm like, that's Tyson. But then the round ended. And then the second round, same thing. And it's like, okay, Tyson's kind of controlling the fight. And my wife she just kept going on. She was, this is boring. Why are they dancing? Why are they dancing? I'm like, Tyson is setting him up. He's setting him up. He knows he doesn't have he can't just overwhelm him with the power because he's almost 60 years old. He's got to set him up. He's got to bait him into making a mistake. And when he does, he's going to hit him. By about round 5, I'm like, Dion and I were talking about this about 6 hours ago. If they're dancing for about 8 rounds, the fix is probably in. So by around round 5, I was just like, yeah, Dion and I talked about this. I think the fix is in.
Because there are some hard to miss moments. And again, it could be because he's old, right? But there are moments where, Jake would have a wide open and you would see Mike go to throw it and he would stop. And it's just like, God, like it's just so much of that is like, I get the old man thing, but that much dancing, it's hard. It's hard to argue against the fix not being in on that.
Yeah. So I don't know. He lives in Henderson. I could drive down there and be like, hey, I would like an audience with Mr. Tyson. Be like, just between me and you, and now my friend Dion, who I'm calling right now. He's a massive fan.
He's going to want to hear this.
We will keep this 100% off the record. We just want to know because we have faith and belief in you, sir, that you could have killed that goddamn kid. Did you just take the money to dance for 8 rounds, or is this a Mayweather thing, or could you? Because we both watched the training videos, and for the last several months we have occasionally, when those videos pop, sent them to each other, going, Tyson looks good. He's going to punch Jake Paul's head right off his shoulders, and then it feels like he had the opportunity to do that. Like you said, there was a few times where Paul left himself open, and any 1990 Tyson would have punched his head right into Rosie, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, dude. We know you could knock this fucking kid out. He just never pulled the trigger.
I know. I thought the fixed fight was the 2 women. The girl that headbutted.
That was
chick.
Yeah, the judge. That was the judge's fix was in for sure because there's no.
100%.
It took that long for him to take a point, and then the announcers were. And I love Roy Jones Jr., but he was pissing me. I'm like, no, they're not both doing it. Katie Taylor is headbutting her. She's leading with her head. She's fighting like a dude like me, a dude who would cheat. You lead with your head. That was crazy. That was crazy.
But yeah, I was disappointed that Mike Tyson lost. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say the thing I heard is that there was some contract thing saying if he lasted until 8 rounds, he'd get so much money. If he didn't uppercut him, he'd get so much money. Like there were like stipulations in the contract that Paul gave to Tyson so that he would get paid really well. That's what I heard. It was some theory video that somebody had, so I don't know if it's true or not. So.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I really wouldn't, because it's just.
I really hope that from now, like if Jake Paul does another fight, people just don't come to watch it. I honestly hope that because like he's never going to get knocked out because he fixes it. Seems he fixes it in such a way to where like he makes sure he doesn't.
Well,
Right.
That's the thing that Dion and I have been talking about forever. Is like for the longest time he was fighting tomato cans. Like
Yeah.
his highest profile knockout was against the guy that was a fucking basketball player.
Yeah.
And then
So
he fought, MMA guys in boxing as opposed to mixed martial arts. He fought him in boxing, which if you watched Mayweather versus McGregor,
Yep.
you handicap an MMA guy pretty big when you just say we're fighting by boxing rules, because there was times where you could see McGregor was instinctively wanting to try to kick Mayweather's head right off his shoulders, but he couldn't. And then Mayweather was able to stick, jab, move around, and dance, and try to open him up because you completely changed your game. Even MMA guys that are like boxing MMA guys, they're still trained in MMA. So it's a completely different beast when you're like, guess what you can't do? You can't take him down. You can't kick him. Once he falls down, you're not allowed to punch him anymore.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot to that. So
Can't clinch for too long.
Yeah. So the thing is,
Yeah.
Jake Paul, if he wants to be considered a real fighter, has to actually fight somebody that's real. Why he's calling out Canelo, I don't know. Part of me wants Canelo to actually say, "I'll take this fight," and then beat his ass because he would.
Right. You
But then
pay
again-
me $50 million anyway.
Yeah, but then
No.
again, Canelo also. So if we want to tie it back to wrestling, the Brawl for All, they didn't have people like Dan Severn or Ken Shamrock in it because the whole idea was if this guy gets a lucky punch, everything that I've built my entire career on is over. So Canelo also could be like, what if I do something? What if I make a mistake trying to kill this guy and I leave myself open to get hit just right to where I go down? Then I look like an idiot.
Yeah, but I just hope a lot of people, once again, people after this like just don't watch another Paul fight, or at least the numbers go down, because like he's obviously doing something or putting things in contracts saying, "Hey, I'll pay you a fuck ton of money, just don't do these things."
That
Well-
shouldn't be in a contract for a boxing match. It should just be like, I agree not to kill you, and then
Yeah, well,
fuck
we'll
it.
know what the numbers look like because they just announced it. This is breaking news. Jake Paul will be fighting Joe Louis in his next
good.
match. Yeah.
Yep.
I heard he was in talks with Muhammad Ali as well. So
No?
Yeah. Headline fight right there. Headline fight.
yeah.
Dion, I think we should go see that one in person.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one.
Jake Paul versus the ghost of Rocky Marciano.
Oh
I think
God.
trading or Coming to America. Rocky Marciano. That's the one. Never mind. I'm not going to say the rest.
Hey, in my defense, it's all
Great
we got.
reference.
Did you see there's a $50 million lawsuit against
Oh.
Netflix over this fight?
Yeah, some dude in Florida, right? It was like having it because like the streaming didn't work, or like he couldn't watch it live or some shit like that, right? Is that what it was? Is it some Florida man dude?
Let me get the article up and then I'll read it to you guys right now.
I saw some headline like just rolling by on the news this morning, and I was like, that's funny. That's funny. They probably won't go anywhere.
Like Kendo, this is our old segment, Florida Man. A Florida man has filed a class action lawsuit against Netflix over poor streaming quality that affected millions during the widely viewed boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Ronald Blue Denton, a resident of Hillsborough County, Florida, alleged that the streaming giant was guilty of breach of contract over the frequent glitches.
Oh my
he's
God.
seeking over $50 million in damages.
To what? His double wide trailer?
Citing over 100,000 people complaining online, the lawsuit claimed that boxing fans, along with the average American wanting to see the legend, what would mostly be his last fight, were faced with legendary problems, including no access, streaming glitches, and buffering issues. This sounds like a first world problem to me.
It does. I mean, it's that case is going to go nowhere. I mean, this headline is as far as it's going to go.
He's trying to get a settlement.
He doesn't deserve shit.
What do
gonna
they? Yeah, he's not going to get done. He's not going to get anything because they're not even going to settle with him. It's just to show. It's just because he can. That's all it is.
Yep. Well, only in Florida, guys.
Yeah, because Netflix at the end of the day would just be like, look, he pays $15 to have our service for the month. We'll give him 15. We'll give him a free month. Go away.
Yeah.
Right.
Put that shit in my hand.
Yeah.
I would. I think this guy's an idiot, but I at least enjoyed watching the fight on Friday night. I went over to Phil's and we made it a whole event. So,
Oh yeah.
Lakeside lockdown couldn't happen because Mike Tyson couldn't fight over the summer. But well, if he ever comes back out of retirement, we'll get together to watch that fight not happen.
Oh, we'll find a big fight we can replace with. It'd be good.
Yeah, either a big fight or a big event we can get together. and
Yeah,
watch
I
or whatever.
mean, I'm just saying. I mean, there's big fights that happen all the time, and they happen in one specific city in this country that you guys have free room and board into.
I don't know,
So,
Kendo. The French are
listen, Kendo. There's a rule on this fucking channel. Okay, you're not allowed to threaten us with a good time. All right, goddamn it.
Yeah,
don't.
because it's like, hey, how about this? I'll pick you all up from the airport. I'm essentially the official airport chauffeur of the Philippines, so might as well do it for you guys too. And pick you up from
Will
the
you
airport.
wear a hat
We'll
for us?
Will you wear a hat?
I'll wear a hat, but I can't promise to be a chauffeur's hat.
Hold
It might
the
be a
sign
blues hat.
Hold the sign.
Mr. Butthead?
Yeah, yeah, bullshitters.
Yeah. They're
That'd be
gonna It's not the weirdest name that you'll see in Las Vegas.
That's true.
No,
It's true.
Right.
Nah.
Very true.
Yeah, I'm sure we could find something. There's shit going on here all the time. There's UFC
Oh yeah, dude.
stuff all the time. I'm sure there's going to be a big boxing match that will happen. My wife keeps screaming about how Pacquiao's coming out of retirement to fight again at the MGM Grand. I don't know if that's true or not, if that's just machinations of a little island lady. But if that happens, he'll if he comes out of retirement, he'll fight at the MGM Grand. I can't say it's a big fight, but I don't know.
Listen, if we get
these days,
He just fought an exhibition in Rising over in Japan.
it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, if we could get decent tickets, I mean, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, we'll hit our favorite stop, Dion, as soon as we land. We'll get loaded.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll get full of food, and then we'll go watch a fight that may or may not be fixed, and then we'll wander the strip very drunk.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan.
that's how most people do it.
Yep.
Well, I
That's
mean,
how
if you
it should
guys
be done.
really, really, really want to get out here, UFC 210 is happening at the T-Mobile Arena right down the highway. But that's, in just a couple of weeks.
I thought
I
it
don't
was
know.
Saturday.
Is Asakura versus Pantoja? Well, I mean, Asakura, that sounds like a Japanese name on December 7th. I'm sorry, but I'm starting to see some parallels here that I don't fully support.
I'm uncomfortable because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's check in with the audience, shall we, before
Oh
it
my
gets
God.
weird. It already got weird. Xavier to God says, if you guys make a Discord, you could make it for channel members and Patreon members only to join, like most YouTubers do. That is what we are going to do, actually. So
Yeah.
we just have to keep it safe because, well, we told you why at the beginning of the show why we don't have our Discord.
But no, there's a way to do that, Jeff. I've looked into it. There's a way to make sure it's only those people. So
There we go.
we're good.
Xavier to God says, FMK, Medea, Rasputia, and Big Mama. Who's Rasputia? Is that from Norbit?
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. But
'Cause
they're yeah. I don't.
Well,
I
Big
don't-
Mama's Martin Lawrence, right?
That's the one I like
Yeah.
the most. 'Cause
Yeah.
The first Big Mama
Wait,
isn't
wait.
terrible.
Here's the question. Is he asking us to FMK the movies or FMK the character?
The
Because
movies, because I ain't
good,
fucking
because
Medea.
those are all dudes.
Yeah. Tyler Perry doesn't want you to know it's him, but haha, gotcha, bitch. I'll
Those are
marry
all
Big
dudes.
Mama, fuck Rasputia, and kill Medea.
Right
Oh, Rasputia is
Eddie Murphy and Norbit.
yeah, that's who it is.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that movie is bad, but I would watch it over a Tyler Perry movie any day of the week.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I do
Tyler
the
Perry
same.
isn't an Academy
Mine is
Award
one
winner.
zero.
Oh yeah, he did win an Academy Award. Fuck, I
He
forgot.
did.
Shut up. I'm still here. I'm just pissed off. Look at my toys instead as I stay angry.
There you go.
I'm so angry. Thank you, though, Xavier to God. Anybody else want to? Do you all?
No,
agree
I
with
think
me?
you picked the correct one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just go with that.
We are not a pro Medea channel.
No.
Darian217, what is up? Thank you for your generous super chat. In honor of the next heads of Edu, or head of education, I reflect on what I've learned from her already. How to take a tombstone from Kane and how to pretend to be comatose while your husband gets his stratisfaction. Joker, please.
Oh my God.
Hell
I do
yeah.
love WrestleMania 17 so much. Here is your button request right here. Wait.
How about another joke, Moran? What do you get
I don't think so.
when you cross
I think
a
we're
mentally
done
ill
with you,
loner
George.
with
That's
a
it.
society that abandons him and treats him like trash? I'll
Gene.
tell you what you get.
Call the police.
You get what you fucking deserve. Good night.
There you go. Good night.
I miss that stormtrooper.
I
So
do.
good.
Yeah,
too.
just like he missed the step.
You didn't miss it on the way down.
Nah, he got it all. All.
Yeah. He caught every one of those.
In the full video, he like picks up his helmet and runs off. It just keeps going.
Oh,
He's like it's like the Shockmaster.
Yeah,
He
because the
barely
video
walked.
actually, there's more to that video. It starts out with the Star Wars theme. It's like da 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 da. Then he falls down, and then he gets back up and he puts his helmet on. Goes da 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 da.
But that would be like the most stormtrooper thing to do is like miss a step and then fall down the stairs.
I mean, they hit their heads on the Death Star doors, so
And
you're not wrong.
they can't shoot anything for shit. So
To be fair,
Yeah,
in the
can't
first
see
movie,
anything.
they're letting them go. Remember,
That's fair.
so
That's
they
fair.
could follow them back to the Rebel secret base, or
Okay.
hidden fortress,
All right.
as Darth Vader calls it.
It was on Yavin.
It was all a dream. Hey, Dion, did you see that Todd McFarlane is trying to charge $250 for 2 action figures, one Joker and one Murray Franklin?
Yep.
That's a
I didn't
ripoff.
see that. Like, bro, I don't know. Not
I'll
for
take a
that
hot
much,
toy.
brother.
Yeah, it should be $80 for that set.
Well, you know, he needs the money, you know, for some reason.
Well, he took a bath on the likeness rights. They paid like an exorbitant amount to get Robert De Niro's likeness. And the thing is, they paid this for before Joker 2 came out. They tooled this. This was all ready to go. Joker 2 came out and shit the bed, and everybody hates Joker now, and now he's stuck with an unsellable toy that he has to charge that much money for.
Yeah.
So he deserves it.
That's his own fault. That's his own fault.
The business tactics of one Todd McFarlane.
I mean, he used to be like, you know, he was revered back in the day. You know, now nobody
Great
cares.
artist, but
There are a lot of guys that were huge in the 90s, you know? Shit. 90s was a
we
great
were
time.
big in the 90s, Dion.
Damn right.
I wasn't 6 feet tall in the 90s, though. So
Almost.
That much. Like John Thomas says, OMG, David Hasselhoff singing Hooked on a Feeling just popped on my Instagram reels. LOL. On your Twitter, Jeff. Well, I can't play it on the air, but I will look at it, John. I love David Hasselhoff singing, what is it, Du bist alle.
In Eurotrip?
Yeah.
He helped bring down the Berlin Wall.
Personally. I want to see or hear David Hasselhoff. There's a dog involved in this. Oh, I've seen this video. I know this already. It's like a cover of Hooked on a Feeling. Ooh, Nikita Lyons popped up. Anyway, I got a show. Anyway.
I love that we all follow her for, you know, her wonderful fight skills.
I don't
Not
follow her.
follow that. I'd literally follow her anywhere.
It's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
I don't think David Hasselhoff's a bad singer either. I actually like David Hasselhoff. He's funny. I got his action figure on the shelf now.
Ooh.
I have an original Knight Rider figure. Or
that's
Michael
awesome.
Knight, excuse me, yeah.
That's awesome.
A listener sent it to me, and the packaging got ripped, so I just opened it up, and now he's on the shelf next to he's next to Pee Wee Herman in my 80s section.
That works. I wonder if he'll ever be at a convention.
David Hasselhoff's too successful. Come on now.
He
had Baywatch money.
he doesn't have to slum the conventions yet.
I bet you he does the Comic Cons, but just not the.
Oh yeah. He probably does.
You got to
Comic-Cons,
remember,
yeah.
dude. Like when we go to Horror Hound, we're at the top of the bargain basement. Like just because they got Robert Englund doesn't.
Oh
mean
my
anything.
god. Oh my. Well, even Robert Englund is not looking too well. Like he's, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's in his 80s, or he's going to be in his 80s. Like, yeah, that's yeah.
Welcome to old age, bitch. Sorry, Robert. We got a Pushberry Fire from Xavier to God, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and The Rock. Oh, this is hard. I'm just gonna be biased. I'll push The Rock, bury Shawn Michaels, and fire Ric Flair.
Damn. Push Ric Flair, bury The Rock, and fire Shawn Michaels.
Boy, toy.
Push Ric Flair, bury Shawn Michaels, and fire The Rock.
Nick says Reagan by a landslide.
Reagan by a landslide.
So that is our Pushberry Fire. Folks, we have reached about the 3-hour mark, which means here in WCBS land, it's time to put this baby to bed. Is there anything else you guys want to mention before we go?
Free yayo.
No, man.
All right. Well, folks, thank you for watching. It's been a lot of fun. Remember, we will not be back next week. We have Thanksgiving. So enjoy your turkey, your stuffing, your your African-American Friday shopping. Get all of that and a whole lot
Thank
more.
you.
Like, yes, you deserve it, folks. You need 5 new TVs. You need all those 4K discs. And, well, you need more WCBS. But we'll be back on Saturday with My Life in Toys. And I'm working on this video. I'll have it out tomorrow. Hasbro is getting sued because of they've been, and they're not getting sued by like some asshole in Florida. Oh, like toys or whatever. They're getting sued by rights holders because they have overrepresented and lied about their stock. So all those Ollie's videos and shit now play into a lawsuit together. So I'll be back tomorrow with that.
You know what's funny is that they could probably use your videos as evidence.
Yeah, they could.
Hey, if you're a rights holder of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and you are suing Hasbro and you would like to use any WCBS footage, all you got to do is give me a call for a small fee or some custom toys. We can make that happen. Dion, I think you deserve to be a Green Ranger action figure.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because I'm just saying, like we've been documenting it for damn near 10 years now. So like, there's more. There's so much evidence.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
there's so much evidence. So.
It's the series that keeps on giving. Thank you.
Really, it is. It really is.
So guys, I'll be back. I'll be able to go to some toy stores this weekend. Yeah, I'm getting subpoenaed to court. I will wear my channel suit with the Wokebusters pin and be like, all right, yes, Your Honor, I have seen these mountains of toys. This is not CGI like those dickheads think it is. This is actual footage. There are 500 Shurikopters overproduced right here.
I 100% love those comments. People are like, it's CG, it's AI. Oh, he's piled them and put them in one place. Like, dude, the level of delusion on the internet sometimes, it's just like, you guys need to go touch grass, like right now. Really, you do.
You guys need to walk into an Ollie's and go, oh, that guy's right. And then you'll just shut up. Because there's no reason to make this crap. How could I make up a fictional fucking store and put thousands of dollars in merchandise in it? What am I, Mr. Beast? Yeah, I spent all my Stealing Solo money to troll you. What a waste. Yeah, I forgone to buy a house. Fuck a house. Fuck having a family. I bought $1 million in toys so I could troll people that like Disney Star. What an asshole. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, Nick.
That does sound like a really good troll though. Like, you thought of it, you executed it. Good job. Good job.
Well, there was also that one time that we convinced everybody that we were all like voices that Jeff made, and he was the only real one.
No, just Dion. We convinced people that Jeff was also Dion.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Jeff was also Dion. Yeah.
Then we started broadcasting live, and then that kind of died.
Yeah, but that was fun for a bit though. That really was. That was hilarious.
I loved it. Next week, Dion, I'm going to voice you on our Thanksgiving special. The Great Pumpkin, Dion Green.
Yeah. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
All right, Chris.
Dion Green as the turkey.
Oh, we can't have Pete. We can't have Pete in that episode.
That's true.
My college buddy and Pete, well, my new friend too. Like, I can't. No, we're not going to do that to each other.
No.
Clunky says I'd buy a strip club before I'd do an Ollie scam. Yeah, I would.
Invest in something that'll actually pay back other than channel views.
Listen. Just put all that money into Doge. Okay, just do that.
That would have been 5 years ago.
That's I was gonna say that the best time to get on that is like when I, for whatever reason, bought $10 worth of Dogecoin when it was only worth like 1/100 of a cent. It's worth a lot more now. So, but it's like $400. So it's not like I'm not retiring to the islands anytime soon off my Doge money. I might be able to make 1/10 of a house payment or something.
That's true.
Well, we're gonna go enjoy our turkey. Does anyone here eat ham on Thanksgiving?
Sometimes.
I usually. I mean, when it's just our small little squad, we usually do one or the other. But when it's a lot of people, we'll do both.
Yeah, our Thanksgiving is going to be very Southeast Asian because we're getting visitors from more or less, yeah. Except for we have other options because there is a sizable community here with their own little restaurant. So she's already put in an order from some truck that drives around selling Filipino food. So we'll have plenty of that. And I'll be sitting on the patio grilling a steak and drinking a beer going, it probably tastes okay in there, but it also is probably made of shit that I won't eat.
God, that reminds me how we do Christmas. We always get Thai food for Christmas.
We cook on Christmas, usually another turkey. Or, no, ham is our Christmas meal, because I always go to the Honey Baked Ham store. And Dion knows, I buy a giant ham for, like, my mom and I take the rest of Dion's. Like, I'm like, hey, Dion, here's a ham. And he's like, cool.
Dude, dude, 100%. Greatest.
Because you can make sandwiches for days. That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Soup.
Yeah.
Dude, 2 years ago, I stayed home. I didn't go home for Thanksgiving. I stayed here because the kid was sick. And I did a whole turkey and everything. And my wife's like, who's going to eat this? I'm like, me. I have an entire week to sit here and eat this turkey. I can assure you, I will eat the shit out of this turkey. Not literally, but, I will eat this turkey.
I hope not.
So, like, I did it again for this year. Like, I ordered a turkey. It's from Honey Baked Ham because we got a deal for working for the district. And I'm getting 10-pound smoked turkey and a half a ham. Guess what I'm going to be eating for about 3 days? A smoked turkey and some ham. Guess who's not going to complain? This guy, because I can eat that whole thing in 5 days and be completely happy.
Yeah.
Hashtag you deserve it, Kendo.
I do.
Damn right.
I gotta watch the parade. That's the thing I do every year. I don't care if I'm like
parade's
into it or
fun.
not.
Does anybody watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles as like a Thanksgiving?
You do every
ritual?
year.
All right.
We got that on Patreon, folks. If you want to watch that along with us, you can.
We
watch
do.
that. We have that commentary.
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah. Or we could watch a different movie like Thanksgiving. We need to watch that.
That's true.
There's
Maybe
also
next year.
Spider-Man.
That's
Spider-Man's
true,
a
too.
Thanksgiving movie.
It is.
So, folks, we'll be back in 2 weeks. So until then, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.